Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome to the WrestlePurists podcast, episode 54. I'm joined by Charlie, Manny the Hooper,
Hello.
Big AO, and today we're going to be talking recent news. EVPAO, my bad. Today we're going to be talking AEW, quite a lot of recent news. Dynamite last night, Full Gear on Saturday. But first, obviously, please like, subscribe, super chat, all that good stuff. And yeah, man, I'll start with you, Charlie. How are you feeling about AEW in general going into Full Gear this Saturday?
I think I'm excited for Full Gear. I was excited before, but now I'm like ready for it to be happening. The quality of this week's Dynamite made me realize how much it had actually been lacking in the last couple of weeks. But I'm excited. They seem to be on and up.
Yeah, they've seemed to. I thought last night was. I'd say it was a successful show. There's some people that moan, but there's people that moan every week, so it's just kind of a lot of the time it's myself, so I can't really criticize too much. But Manny, how are you, and how are you feeling about AEW this week?
Well, I thought AEW was back until the Elite came back, and you see the numbers tank.
We're not doing this,
bro. Why are you starting this?
We're not doing this.
We're not even 2 minutes in, and we're starting.
So nasty.
Everything was cool until the Elite wanted more power, but unfortunately, I'm gonna try to be nice about it.
Manny,
but they weren't good at it.
This is not true.
Yo. Back up.
I wrote that down so I could remember that about
everybody know what we gotta do. Back up, Henry, in the chat. You know what we gotta do. Get them tomatoes out. Tomato his ass.
I thought about that when I was driving.
We've got an imposter backup Hangman in the live chat.
Oh, that's not even backup. I forgot, bro. Hangman's face.
Someone screenshot these.
That's not even a real Hangman. I'm crying. He's tomatoing himself.
Incredible.
I'm weak.
But
you guys shouldn't fall for a fake Hangman page. I don't know if that was his YouTube.
Damn, I got catfish in 2022.
Imagine. Big EVPAO, how you doing, bro? And how you feeling about AEW?
I'm good.
Keep doing those tomatoes, guys. I like tomatoes.
AEW number trying to break my soul, but it's not gonna happen. You know, top five of the night still good. You know, behind NBA and Sports Center, shit happens. That was probably my favorite go home show in a long time, though. I think it was the best go home show they've done in a minute.
Yeah, it was good. Not bad. But we'll dive into a bit of news. Tony Khan mentioned CM Punk's name for the first time in a minute. And a lot of people got very excited. Some people got weirdly mad about it. It was really it really wasn't that big of a deal, but it's worth mentioning because of all the discourse. People think, he's coming back to AEW now, definitely. Like I said, some people just got mad about it because, apparently if you read Twitter too much, you'll realize that CM Punk is portrayed as the devil these days. But how do you guys feel about Tony Khan finally actually mentioning his name?
I feel like people are setting themselves up. Who's gonna talk about him eventually? And I don't think you're just gonna fucking bury the guy because I don't think TK wants CM Punk to bury AEW on the way out. I think best case scenario, TK's hoping for CM Punk's it didn't work out. I enjoyed my year there, and then he just moves on instead of so he's just saying nice things about him on his end. So hopefully that's what Punk says on the other end. Saying that, oh no, Punk's back, blah blah blah. You're probably setting yourself up for disappointment. But who knows, man? It's wrestling. Crazy shit's happening.
Manny,
you know he's following Omega and Tony Khan now again.
Yeah, so I saw a screenshot or something, and it was CM Punk unfollowed everybody from the Elite and Tony Khan and all that sort of stuff, and now apparently he's following back Kenny Omega and Tony Khan, but not the Young Bucks.
Everybody but the disgraceful Bucks,
So why are you insulting Kenny in your handle if CM Punk is following him again?
Because I thought it was clever what I came up with. And I'm gonna show everybody.
you like the nickname.
Man, if I told you that it wasn't a clever name, what would you say? I'm not hypothetically. If I told you it's not clever,
it popped me. That's all that matters. My Twitter and my bits are just for me. Then if they pop everybody else on the timeline, that's just a plus.
Sometimes it will be whatever time it is in the morning or at night, and I'll come across a Manny tweet and it'll have like no likes. And I'll be like,
There's no man. He's so proud of the tweet. Yeah. Nobody knows what the fuck he's talking about. He's like, yeah, I got my shit off.
Sometimes I tweet like at 3:00 in the morning, 6:00 in the morning, like 12. It doesn't matter, man. Just whatever pops me, just time of my day.
Gets it out. He has to get it out there, you know.
Yeah, sometimes I'll wake up like in the middle of the night and say, I gotta tweet something I just came up with and just tweet it out.
But yeah, man.
There's 108 people in here. Let's get the likes up, man. We're only
the likes up, man.
Please like the video.
Subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. We know we've got quite a lot of fan base here. You know, we put the work in. We build these loyal followers or whatever you want to call it. AO's got his strong fan base. You know, we're trying to do something here, man. We need the support on the super chats as well. You know, keep the lights on. Keep the lights on, all that.
If you want to hurt Backup Hangman's feelings, the best way to hurt his feelings is to make sure this podcast is very successful. So, hey, he wouldn't be the first one who cried over a successful podcast that they weren't a part of. I'm not saying any names. I'm just saying, you feel me?
Deep lore, deep WrestlePurists. There's always lore, bro. There's like WrestlePurists, we've been around since like early 2021. Obviously, the podcast was much later than that, and we've got all these layers of lore going on already, bro.
Crazy, bro. You wouldn't believe if you knew all the lore. You wouldn't believe who was on the earlier episodes. Monty's just a nasty man.
Lisa,
just a nasty man. We're not gonna get into it.
Yeah. Obviously, EVP AO, he mentioned Backup Hangman, and you know, Backup Hangman needs his first Thursday podcast. He's not on for a while. If you watch the Monday podcast, you'd know that Backup Hangman is taking a little bit of a podcast.
All right, man. I'm just gonna let everybody know what happened, man. I had to suspend Backup Hangman. Backup Hangman was doing so much. Wait, how far are we into the video? Is it the first 4 minutes yet?
7 minutes.
So I can curse. Backup Hangman was doing so much Illinois Phillip Brooks dick riding that I yanked his fucking chain. I fired him. Backup Hangman was fired from WrestlePurists. But Monty was like, safe, bro. He was an OG here in it, bro. Bring him back to suspend him, bro. I was like, you know what, Monty? I don't know what kind of accent that was, but that's how I imagine Monty sounded in my head. You feel me? So Monty gave him his job back. Manny's just in his fucking mansion. Manny's just over there in his mansion, but yeah. Hangman was.
Why is there a piano?
So Hangman, I took Hangman's WrestlePurists chain, right? And he was just bawling, crying, calling Monty at 3 a.m. Not 3 a.m. Monty's time, 3 a.m. Hangman's time, bro. Like, you're gonna go to sleep. Begged Monty for his job back. He was like, yo, Monty, whatever I gotta do for this job back, I'm gonna do it. And then Monty's like, what do you mean by that? And then Hangman sent him like 5 attachments. I don't know what's in those pictures, but I'm just letting you know what I know. You feel me? He sent 5 attachments. Monty gave him his job back. He's the craziest beat right now. But we gonna see Hangman later.
Yo, you need to relax, bro. Jesus.
Yo, what was on those attachments?
Backup Hangman.
Hangman his job back so quickly.
I don't know what you're talking about. We all need to like settle down. But yeah, man, Backup Hangman, he's not going to be on the podcast. You know, many different reasons, as I mentioned. And yeah, man, he'll be back soon enough. I don't know what he's doing. Still can send him tomatoes on Twitter or whatever you got to do. But like I said, if you really, really want to make Backup Hangman upset, you know, share the love on his podcast because he's not on it, and he's got main character syndrome, so he thinks that, like, you know, he keeps the lights on. It's not true, you know.
Don't we all have that?
We got loads of stars at WrestlePurists.
You feel me? And you know, if you really want to help me out, add Backup Hangman right now and tell him to give me his Twitter account. Say, give AO your Twitter. Just add Backup Hangman and say, give AO your Twitter. Just let him know, bro. Just let him know that the streets want that account to be mine.
See, this is what you need to. You see, we've got 210 people in here apparently live right now, around about 200. So if all of you at Backward on Twitter and just tell him that there's 200 of you in here now, it'll really upset him.
Yeah,
so
it'll upset the shit out of him.
You know, like I said, super chats, like, subscribe if you haven't already, and you know, we need the love on this one. We want to upset him.
Yeah.
We promise he's our friend, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, other news. Tony Khan mentioned on the media call that the Ricky Starks injury that we all thought was like a work to kind of like delay the match for a Dynamite last week. Apparently, that is a legitimate injury. So he's out the tournament, and a lot of people thought he was like, you know, when you looked at the bracket, it kind of seemed like he would have been the favorite to win it, him or Ethan Page.
That's your guy's favorite, man. He's fragile.
Wait, he's out of the tournament?
I think so.
No, he's still wrestling.
It was just delayed.
I was going to say injured.
Ricky Starks is delayed. They delayed it. They pushed it back.
Yeah, he's wrestling tomorrow. No, he's wrestling tomorrow. Then
they
took
the
match on.
He's wrestling on the buy-in.
He's wrestling tomorrow.
And then the Dynamite after.
Yeah, they took the.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Excuse me. They took the match off of the pay-per-view.
Full gear card.
0 hour with the tournament finals happening. Yeah.
Yes.
So he's still not cleared for the moment.
No.
Shit, crazy.
Which is
cutting it a bit tight.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. I guess that's where I got it from.
It's
like he's not cleared right now, and it's like the hoping, waiting and see. So we've got a few super chats as well, but one sec. Regal's in here. I know you know. I know you know what I'm talking about.
Oh my god!
Isn't Regal?
Bad.
You got to send that super chat if you want to get on the screen. Speaking of which, Rob499, obviously a WrestlePurist. Shout out to all the boys with their fathers.
Speaking of boys with fathers in their lives, the way that I don't know everybody who doesn't catch on Purist, the best WrestlePurist show that we got running, Rob will sign on to his daddy's YouTube account and then post pro Rob comments in the comment section. It's so nasty, bro. I've never seen nothing as shameless before in my life. And he'll be cosplaying as his father, bro. Stop this shit, Rob. Your dad don't know what you're doing behind his back, and we won't keep it that way. You just gotta stop what you're doing.
What about the guys that don't have their fathers?
Yeah, Rob.
No shout out.
We're gonna pray for the guys that don't have their fathers.
Yeah. Young Dende. Young Dende 499. Thank God the Elite are back, so I don't have to see Brian Pillman Jr. doing Dollar Store Kenny spots.
Yo,
wasn't that on Dark anyway?
It was on Dark, but it went viral, bro. The clip went viral for no reason. Then that clip was so nasty, son, and people were really twerking. Like, I couldn't believe the amount of people that was like, "Oh my god, this is fucking awesome." So like, when you see someone do that sequence well, what goes through your mind?
Yeah. My favorite thing was the strikes when he was ducking up and shit.
You just know Pillman when the back was giving everybody half fives. Like, man, I cooked that shit, bro. He's like, man,
I would be okay if I hate when those spots are botched so much that I would be okay if they just were completely out of wrestling. Like, even if you could do them well, just stop, bro. Like, because people will swing their fist 8 feet over someone's head, and then the motherfucker's like ducking and shit. I'm like, bro, you guys look ridiculous, bro. Like
the drop crazy low as well, bro. Like, they're still full on slut drop.
Like, come on, bro, it's so bad. It's crazy. It looks like y'all doing bullet time from the Matrix. Stop this shit.
It's crazy. But yeah, man, the Elite back. We're happy to hear it as well.
We can start doing real business again.
My Lord Chaos, $5. Send in a couple of dollars. Hope everyone is having a good day, night so far. Love and respect. Love and respect to you as well, Lord Chaos.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Thank you.
Damien Durant, $4.99. Which match is most likely happening? CM Punk versus Stone Cold Steve Austin or CM Punk versus Kenny Omega?
I would say CM Punk versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. Only because CM Punk's not really one to bury the hatchet. So even if he does come back to AEW, which I don't think it's happening, but even if he does, I could see it being like the CM Punk verse and the Elite verse, and they don't cross streams.
I don't know. I get it's a good question because it's like as even though like the chances of both are like dramatically less than what most wrestling fans would probably like them to be at the moment, but it's tough, man, because the WWE thing, I guess, would definitely be a real thing if like he's absolutely 100% done with AEW. There's no insanely long no compete. I do expect them to be some sort of no compete, but like if it's something crazy like 3 years or something, then obviously it's a messy situation. But I guess it's just interesting because I don't know, man. It's like I don't know if either. But at the same time, it's like a lot of people with the WWE thing, a lot of people have floated the idea that CM Punk could come back on like a like a Goldberg contract.
Yeah.
Where he just like kind of comes in for a pay-per-view, you sell a bunch of tickets with you. Because Goldberg's still a draw, as much as like Twitter will tell you that he's like useless.
I mean, as much as I can't stand Goldberg. I hate when he's on my television now and shit. But he's like, the crowd's still popping for the most part. The TV numbers are still up for the most part when he's around. Like, still a draw, unfortunately.
It's Bill Goldberg, you know what I mean?
Yo,
big old Bill.
For you is, if CM Punk was back in AEW, would you expect him to wrestle Kenny Omega, or would you be like, that's not happening?
If he's back, you've got to do the Omega match, bro. Like,
I feel like that's all people would talk about. If
they'd have to. Like, if he's coming back, he's got to be like back. Not none of this like divided locker room shit where it's CM Punk and FTR, they don't wrestle the Bucks and Omega and stuff. And
that would be such a that would be so nasty, bro.
So nasty.
CM stays over there, the Elite stays over there. That would be so nasty.
Yeah, we don't want none of that. We want everyone wrestling each other, you know. But yeah, out of the two, I don't know which one I'd actually go with. I'd say Omega right now because as far as I'm aware, he's still technically a contracted AEW wrestler. Yeah. So that's my cop-out answer. Bam, $5. How would you all fix the low attendance and viewership of AEW? I just find it funny that backup leaves the week of the Elite return. EVP, AO, Charlie, fire emoji. That's a good conspiracy theory. I like it.
How would you fix the low attendance and viewership in AEW? I find it funny that backup leaves Oh, man. Hangman's a nasty nigga, bro. You should see him in the chats. He just throws tantrums. He's nasty. Everybody was raving about the quality of the show last night, besides, the ROH groaners, which I want to ask y'all about later. But Hangman doesn't watch the shows live because he's working, right? And then he comes in the WrestlePurists chat. And the first thing that he says is, did Bandito win? And I was like, bro, is this a bit? Because that was like, Bandito losing was like the only thing that you could complain about in Dynamite, other than like unless you're like completely anti-front.
Bro, last week's was worse.
Last week was so last week Hangman comes to the chase like, did Sasha debut?
Like, genuinely serious, bro. Like, he came in the chat came in the chat at 10 p.m. Like, did Sasha Banks debut?
If Sasha Banks debuted, you wouldn't have the opportunity to tell us. Like, you would know. Like, even if you were off your phone, like the signals would be sent directly into your brain. That's how big news it would be.
Yeah. He don't watch live. He gets behind. Sometimes we kick the shit out of him for it, but how would I fix AEW's low attendance? I would. I think I mentioned it like last week and stuff. And it's like they have been low lately, and they have been like repeating the same markets again and again. And when they mentioned the AEW coming to UK thing for 2023, they also mentioned that they're going to be doing they're going to be touching some new new markets as well.
Phoenix,
so
Arizona.
And, shout out to Cow Palace.
What was
Cow Palace show?
But yeah, there's a couple, but it's a small handful of places. It's just like a lot of these places have been waiting for AEW for a while. So if the attendance in those places are low, then that's when it's worrying for me. I guess. But I think the repeating the same markets is a big thing to do with it, and also all the stuff after All Out, like it's not something that you can just kind of ignore. The TVs have either been like really hot, or some of like, even though the wrestling stuff has been good on it, they've kind of lacked like a level of interest in them.
There's been like similar episodes of Dynamite.
Yeah, definitely.
Feels like. So people, because like last summer, people were like, "Yo, I can't miss Dynamite. Are you crazy? Like this is happening, that's happening, this is happening." Like there's not really that feeling. going on right now. But like AEW, like they run like not territories, but like venues like into the ground, bro. Like, there was one time they did North Carolina like 4 times in 6 weeks, and like the last show, the ticket sales was so fucking bad. The last show, then you ran the place into the ground. You couldn't do North Carolina no more. Yeah, so hopefully Double J pulls up and he fixes all this.
Yeah, he squeezed every last bit of those current markets for the time being. You know, obviously revisit them because obviously there must be strong markets for them, but they've absolutely kicked the shit out of them, to be honest. But like I said, I wouldn't be too worried unless these new markets are low as well. So
right, like if they go to Phoenix, Arizona for the first time, they can't sell tickets, then that's an issue. But
here we go, Rob. My father is a real person and work as raw.
Bro, you know your pops is a real person. What that YouTube account though is not him. That's the issue. And I agree, bro. Fuck workers' rights. And that has to do with me and my boss and what I got going on. Yo, like, do workers really need rights in my favorite wrestling promotions? You tell me. Questions I need answers.
Yeah. We'll see. Half £4.49. What's up, Charles Realist? That's my football Twitter account. And the gang. What match do you want to see added to the buy-in? Just a fun and/or dream match. Eddie Kingston versus John. 1,000,000%.
Oh yeah. I'm praying that's what the tag match turns into. Mm-hmm. They did something similar with Suzuki when he pulled up. He had the tag match. We had the Suzuki incident, and then he had the singles match and shit.
Yeah, man. That's gotta be the one. Is there any others so we don't just all go with the same one?
What else is going on?
Who's not on the card?
I hope they put Takeshita on there since they made him leave it.
Give Takeshita.
Takeshita is a good shout.
I'd like to see FTR on the card as well, but you know.
I'm alright.
Listen, I'd watch them. Who could the wrestle? I'm not trying to watch them. I'm not trying to watch them wrestle Gun Club on the boy. That's the thing.
That would be so nasty, bro. That would be so.
Hey, the match would be fine. It's just, you know.
What match would make sense for them, Mozzie? All I can think of is the Gun Club, bro.
Yeah,
bro,
it's so nasty, bro. Like,
unless they did like a Bonner match, but they've got Final Battle coming up.
Who's even missing, bro? Like you would want to give Hook something to do. You would want to give Takeshita something to do. Which is I hate to admit it. You would want to give FTR something to do.
They could do a Takeshita vs Orange Cassidy.
That would be fire. That would be fire.
Maddie. It would be fire. It'd be great.
When Takeshita has to do that job, though, man, he's gonna implode.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do. That's when I'm gonna post a picture of them both like side to side and be like, "Come on, man, what is this like?"
Tony Khan, if you're listening, Konosuke Takeshita versus Orange Cassidy on the buy-in. Book it.
I'd rather have Bandito do the job.
We need that. We need the Kingston Nakayama match. That's the priority. That's what we're genuinely. That's what you actually, if you're watching this, you need to spam Tony Khan with. You know, that's what we need. A couple more super chats. Young Dende again, $10. Appreciate you. If I'm being honest, it's filthy that Rio and Willow versus Emi Sakura and Mei Segura was on top, but Jay Lethal's total non-stop action factory keeps getting spot from Dynamite.
I can't lie. I do agree. That's the type of shit that should be showcased from the women's division. The issue is though, it has literally nothing to do with the pay-per-view. And so like maybe you could say that having nothing to do with the pay-per-view is an issue in itself, but if we're looking at AEW as a whole right now, like Rio Willow versus Emi and May have nothing to do with Full Gear and shit. And I do like Jay Lethal's faction, and I like it. I liked it before Double J pulled up, and I like it a lot more now that he's here. So I enjoy it I enjoy this shit on my television. I can't capture you, bro.
Man, I'm tired of this respect you guys are giving Double J, man. I mean, come on, do rules.
Double J. Shout out to Dende though.
See, me and Joe have been talking about this lately, and it's like, you see the thing with Jeff Jarrett, like even me and him both, like we both pop for him and love him and stuff. But at the same time, if someone rolls the eyes every time he's on TV, like you can't really blame him.
Yeah,
it's Jeff Jarrett and it's 2022.
He's out here. He's cutting fire promos. He's smacking people with his guitar. It's not like he's like making people do jobs. It's not like he's in the world title picture. Like, what are people really complaining about? Like,
I can't wait for.
Complain about being traumatized in the past, because what he's doing right now is good business.
Man, you guys are gonna be so mad when he goes out there and has a fire feud with MJF, and they're bleeding all over the ring and everything for the world title. And all you guys gonna be sending super chats saying, "Oh man, that was gas."
You know, we got a super chat that's gonna skip the line.
Super chat.
$50 super chat from Far5222. Always supporting,
so much,
massively appreciate you. Obviously this one's a big super chat, so it goes a long way. Expecting the show to gain momentum after Full Gear, then they screw it all up to let me start again. Expecting the show to gain momentum after Full Gear, then they screw it all up to cause a divide in the community, causing crazy negative discourse for the next 3 weeks because of the Ring of Honor booking for the pay-per-view and still no TV deal. Love to WrestlePurists. Love to you as well, Far.
Sounds like my kind of show.
The discourse is always divided. Like we always we do these things like with wrestling Twitter where like, oh, if this happens, Twitter's gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
Have you not seen Twitter like ever? It's always crazy. There's always something going on.
There's no issue going on. Twitter will find an issue. It's like hard.
Literally, bro.
Like Scotty Too Hotty's harmless comments today, bro. You people ran Scotty Too Hotty off of Twitter. And just to touch on the other point, MC Apple Dummy, shout out to him. He said that I feel like the issue should be that it should be a TV angle and have relevance on Rampage or Dynamite, but it isn't. I think they just got to get the ball rolling. He's referring to the May and Emmy versus Willow and Rio, and I agree. Like you do want your best talent on television and shit. There is stuff that could get shuffled off, and then you could put those 4 ladies on. But just expecting it to get randomly put on now is kind of crazy. And what I will say to people is, just watch Dark, bro. Like, I watch Dark when I have free time. I used to live tweet Dark every single week, Dark and Elevation. And I had a lot of fun fucking doing it. I'm just more busy now than I was during the summer. But watch Dark, bro. It's a good wrestling show. Like, it's good to have on in the background.
I don't know, man. Oh man, coming on here advocating for AEW Dark. I don't know, bro. That's kind of nasty. I can't.
I'm not gonna be a hypocrite. If I was being a hypocrite and I didn't watch it, that would be nasty. But I watch it, so y'all watch it. I watch it because I think it's entertaining, bro.
I will say AEW Dark every now and again. Even for me, just like completely doesn't watch it that much. I can't do it like the match after match, squash after squash after squash after squash. When you might get one good match every, I can't do it, bro. But I will say they do put some cool matches on there. Like, you okay, Charlie? Yeah. It's like AR Fox, who's just, he's just been offered a contract and had like a really great showing last night. Like, he was doing a lot of stuff on Dark like, before he got his like TV opportunity.
Right,
same with Willow and other people as well.
Everybody who loves AR Fox so much after seeing him wrestle for the first time last night, all of that shit that he did last night, he's been doing on Dark for like a month now. So just you'll see a lot of cool shit on Dark, bro. If you just give it a chance.
Yeah, man. Just quickly pull this up and I'll put the other one back up. Thoughts on the recent Mercedes Varnado tweets?
Don't have any.
My thoughts are as much as I love Sasha Banks, as much as she's my GOAT, we gotta stop paying her attention, bro. Because like at this point we're like doing it to ourselves.
She loves the clout, bro.
Yeah, bro. She loves
she knows who she is and what she's doing, bro.
Y'all just got it. Everybody's still going crazy over this shit. Like, you're doing it to yourself, bro. Just ignore it.
Yeah. That's the thing with Sasha. It's just, I don't know what she's cooking. I tweeted it on my other account the other day. It's like Backup Hangman's messaged me at least like 15 times in the past week. Like, what's Sasha cooking? Like, what is Sasha cooking? Like, what is she doing? I don't know, bro. No one knows what she's doing from the sounds of things.
Get off that roller coaster, bro. Get off the roller coaster. Just let her pop out when she pops out.
But last actual report was like the ring talks. Then obviously, ever since Sasha's kind of been like more active talking and like hinting at stuff on social media, it's kind of made it a bit weird. But I guess the last report was that they were in talks with WWE.
We have a mainly AEW fan / pure fan base here at WrestlePurists and shit. When she goes back to WWE, because she's going back, do not throw a temper tantrum on the timeline, bro. I'm telling you right now, my brothers and sisters, she's going back to the Fed. Just get over it now, bro. Just rant about it in your group chats. Don't give them people the satisfaction. It's not happening. She's not coming to AEW.
And if she does, this is what I mean. Expect her to show up in WWE, but if she shows up in AEW, then you're just gonna like, gonna wet your pants.
In AEW, but I see the meltdowns coming on the horizon when she pops out in AEW. How could Tony Khan fumble Sasha Banks? As if she goes back to WWE, he never had a chance with Sasha after Vince left. I'm saying maybe he had a real chance when Vince was still there, but under Triple H, if she goes back, he never had a chance.
The hard thing is that she's been under contract the entire time, so it's not like Tony could just be like, "Yo, here's $4 million a year." Like he can't do that.
Yeah.
It would have to be something like, Britt, can you tell Charlotte to tell the like you have to like it's all political, man. And especially when Tony Khan's getting Mega to send Triple H emails about tampering, it's probably not the time to be making those risks. I guess.
Imagine trying to shit on TK for that. That was beast. Told him to fuck off.
I don't know, bro. My whole thing with that is it's like I thought it just like Tony Khan. It seemed like he was feeling the pressure, bro. Like Triple H came in and he got a bit short.
All right, but what I will say is, from like a legal perspective, right? If this turns into something that's like unavoidable, where this nigga Triple H is just like wilding, right? Just doing anything, pulling up to AEW venues and scouting and shit. Then like, and TK's like, all right, at this point I gotta sue. Like, the paper trail needs to be there already that like establishes a pattern that like, yo, like we've been aware that this is what Triple H has been doing, and we told him to stop, and then he continued, and then he escalated, and then this, and then that. So like, they're pretty much covering their ass if Triple H ever decides to just like straight up fucking break the law one day. So
show up to Jacksonville on a tank.
Once they found out, once like the public found out, type shit, like they had to say something. They had to say something to WWE officially.
I don't know, man. It's been a fun few months. It seems like TK might, after this pay-per-view, things will smooth out again even more,
Hopefully.
I will say, Far5222 said, crazy nutty discourse over the next 3 weeks because of the ROH booking for the pay-per-view and still no TV deal. I honestly don't understand why people see Ring of Honor and then instantly get upset. I don't get it, bro. Like, with or without Ring of Honor, Chris Jericho and the JAS and the Blackpool Combat Club would be on television right now.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy.
With each other. So like them sprinkling like ROH on top of it. I don't understand why it makes people so upset. Like, I don't get why they see that shit and just get so.
It's a weird narrative. It's like this weird narrative that started like it's not even new. Like it's been going on for a few months now.
Yeah, it's been going on. It's like,
and it's like Ring of Honor has become like this trigger word. And it's like AO just said, it's like, bro, you think the Jericho Appreciation Society, Bryan Danielson and shit wouldn't like be on the show anyway? Like, of course they would. And I guess like these people, I guess we are being kind of obtuse when we say that. And it's like, even the other stuff, it's like the Gates of Agony and stuff, like them having like a little tag match on Rampage with FTR is completely harmless,
Yeah. Like I thought everybody liked Khan. I thought everybody liked the Samoan man. I forget his name. My fault, bro.
It's not like they're putting shitters on TV even, man.
Yeah.
Some of them are lesser known, but like the reason they're getting chances for a reason.
It's like they see the ROH name graphic pop up and they start like they see the ROH name graphic pop up and they just like start scratching their necks and everything. Like,
they act like the ROH graphic pulls up. Like we have to start watching like Rhett Titus on Dynamite. Or fucking Tony Deppen and shit. Like, no, bro. Like, it's still people who are AEW and always been AEW. Or people that people wanted to see. Like, people wanted to see Khan. People wanted to see the Samoan man or the Tony.
Even like Dalton Castle, bro. Like, he came out. He got himself over in about 60 seconds. Like,
you fucking love Dalton Castle. You tell me that's
he's great.
Like,
Taz doesn't like him.
You say you don't like him, Manny?
No, Taz.
Oh, Taz is like
Let's move on to the super chat again. Adrian, $10. Appreciate you. Elite Gang or Don't Bang. Right. Fun show so far. How do y'all see Death Triangle going forward if they lose versus the Elite? Will Phoenix and Penta join the Dark Side with Pac?
It's racism.
I'm crying. What does that even mean, man? Text white. Shout out to Adrian, friend of the show. At this point, I'm assuming that the Elite do win, even though I don't think that they should. I fucking love the Elite though, obviously. But like I said, I think Death Triangle deserves a real run and not like the placeholder run that they would get if they lost to the Elite. Probably, I don't think Phoenix and Penta join Pac. They probably feud with them.
What if one does?
That would be cool.
I've seen a lot of people like, you know, the Lucha Bros. It's like, it's kind of like the Hardys. Like, you can always come back to it. You can always, like, they're literally brothers, so you can always throw them back together and stuff.
Literally
it's like
Penta or Ray's getting beat down, and then somebody runs out for the save, and they hug. And then,
it's easily done, man. It's easily done. Like, it's easily to reverse if you don't like how it turns out and stuff. It's like,
I'm gonna paint you a picture. This is what's gonna happen. The match is gonna happen. The Elite are gonna win, and then you're gonna see Taven. You're gonna see Mike Bennett come out, and people are gonna be throwing tomatoes at their TVs. And then Adam Cole's gonna come out, and then they're gonna be feuding, and then everybody's gonna be, "Why is Taven on my TV? Why is Mike Bennett on my TV?"
That would be great business.
And they're
the only one who I actively dislike is Taven, bro. I don't have an issue with Mike Kanelli.
Taven's not a bad wrestler, bro.
Taven's
not bad. Here we go.
I hate him now, and it's never gonna go away. Oh my fucking god!
hello, lads. Who's this fella with the NY cap on, looking like a warm cup of English tea on Christmas Day? Appreciate you.
Me and the real Regal are friends, you know. He called me a flower on Twitter.
Oh yeah, I forgot that he responded to you. Yo, we got this whole this WrestlePurists and Regal connection starting to build, bro. His podcast co-host, he quote tweeted me. He Regal quote tweeted Manny. We gotta like build this bridge. We gotta get William Regal on Purists.
Regal on any WrestlePurists podcast is like one of like the top people that I'd want, you know.
I'll be at Final Battle. I'll see what I can do.
Get to work, man.
We gotta work on getting Manny his press pass.
Oh, bro, I'm already ahead of you.
Yeah.
Oh, you put the.
I emailed them.
Good, bro.
Who did you email?
When you go to AEW, it says media, and I just clicked on the media, and I just said, "Hey, I want to do Final Battle," and they just emailed me back, and they said, "Here's a link to sign up for," and I just did it, and they'll tell me. They said they'll get back to me.
Yo, the fact that you did that and didn't tell Monty is fucking hilarious.
Well, it's gonna be a surprise.
By the way, Monty, I told AEW that I'm pressed.
Well, I did it so I can get out of work.
God bless. It's like when Jay Shell got her media passes like a few months ago, and she just went on there and she would before she would ask Tony Khan a question, she'd be like, "Shout out WrestlePurists and Late Night Grim."
That was a good show, man.
Some of the realest. Jay Shell's she's been kind of like a myth on wrestling Twitter lately, but she's kind of like she's busy with like college and shit.
Came back today.
She has a life, you know.
Unfortunately, bro.
And she's popped back up on Twitter recently. She's been more active. I think she did a podcast with Joe earlier. Actually.
Yeah, she was in the
so we got to try and get her back on the channel in some way. When she's actually got the time to. But yeah, shout out Jay Show.
Shout out Jay Show, man.
Another one from Far's going crazy. Far $222 $10. Kingdom versus the Elite Winter is coming. Then build House of Black for Revolution to take the belts. Ooh. Then imagine Best Friends beat House of Black at Double or Nothing. Ooh. Yeah, man. Imagine the Best Friends beat the House of Black at Double or Nothing.
Come on, man. First, let's get through the Elite and Death Triangle. Then we can go past and fucking.
I don't want to see. I'm me and Charlie are like big on Adam Cole than everybody else. Than Monty and Manny. I don't want to see him lose another.
Yeah, I like Adam Cole,
bro. This nigga just loses and loses and loses. Son. Like I want to see him win. Shit. So I don't know if they should run Kingdom versus Elite immediately when he comes back. Cause like damn, bro, like you left a loser, you came back a loser. Your stablemates One got a fucking neck is made out of dental floss. He's gone for a year. Other one got fired and is beating niggas up in Dubai and shit. You came back with a new stable. Them niggas is losers too. Like everybody's just a fucking loser, Adam. Like nah, bro. He's gotta win something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bobby Fish did win his boxing. He won at the
I was
boxing,
on
bro.
Twitter for like 5 hours. I log in. First thing on my timeline is literally Monty's tweet of Bobby Fish knocking a nigga the fuck out. Like, yo, what is going on? Because I did know that he had a fight coming up, but I didn't know it was so soon. I didn't know it was happening like that day.
Yo, good times, you know.
Was that?
We got Dave Meltzer tweet on that one.
What did Meltzer
say? He just retweeted it.
Oh,
Dave Meltzer.
Yeah. And, shout out to Meltzer, man.
There's a couple other people as well. I think Karrion Kross replied with a flame emoji. Pop me huge.
Oh my god.
Karrion Kross wants to get in there, brother. You know, he's a shooter.
How old is this motherfucker, bro? With this faux shooter thing he got going on. You know what it is, bro? All these motherfuckers, they just go to like jiu-jitsu classes in Orlando. they just random self shooters after they get their like yellow belts and shit. Oh man, good for you.
They go to one kickboxing class and it's just like one of those cardio kickboxing classes, and like, oh, bro, I got this.
Going around with Marty Scroll for 3 hours.
Yeah, just start doing kicks and shooting fucking the matches.
Yuck.
Bobby Fish for unpuries.
Have you ever seen Bobby Fish do his Muay Thai training and stuff like that?
I've seen him like kick heavy bags and shit. He's like so intense.
I read one of his tweets. It was great.
I've seen him where he goes super slow, like he is in the wrestling ring, where he just like put his hand out, like where he's trying to do like the distance, and then throws a kick. I'm like, bro, come on, you're sparring. Like, you're just kicking a bag. You don't have to do all that. Just kick the bag.
Yeah, Bobby Fish, you know. Yeah, he's an interesting character, isn't he? You know.
That's one way to put it.
I don't hate him. You know?
What was going through your mind when he started like that whole like CM Punk thing? I had no clue what he was cooking. When he started dissing Punk on Twitter,
he probably just went down. He probably just went through like, you know how sometimes you finish like watching like a YouTube like rabbit hole. He probably did that and just like, fuck man, this guy he's CM Punk's out to get us, and just started tweeting out all that stuff.
I don't know, man. He's an interesting guy. Anyway, we'll just leave him there. More news. Kevin Owens. So apparently he suffered an MCL sprain on his right knee at a WWE live event over the weekend. Obviously, he's like, you know, he was planned and scheduled to be like a big part of Survivor Series pay-per-view for the War Games match. So obviously it was kind of like a worry, like whether he was going to make it or not. A lot of people assumed that he wouldn't, but apparently, in kind of like, I'd say, if you're a fan that's hoping he'll be there, it's kind of some hopeful news, but it's not exactly a confirmation whether he'll be there or not. But apparently he is scheduled to still be at all the TV tapings between now and Survivor Series. Obviously he'll be at SmackDown tomorrow as well. And so I guess if they're keeping him along, they are kind of crossing their fingers and hoping that Kevin Owens will make War Game. Because it would be a massive blow if he did miss the show, because you know, the stuff with him and Sami Zayn and the Usos that could like eventually come out of it and all that stuff. And obviously it's Kevin Owens, bro, like fucking hell, literally one of the best wrestlers in the world in my opinion. So
he's just a big guy that does moves.
No, he's not, bro. Go fuck yourself. You're just a big guy that does moves.
Y'all see a big guy do a senton, whatever KO does nowadays. I don't know. I don't watch his fucking matches no more. I'm more of a Kevin Steen man myself. But y'all see a big guy do some moves and y'all just start twerking for him and shit. Maybe Kevin Owens isn't that good. You ever think of that? Maybe you're just a flip merchant. Kevin Owens your super kicks.
I'm not having it, bro. Stop. Kevin Owens, bro. Kevin Owens, guy, bro.
Kevin Owens is just someone that watched Jackass as a kid and realized he can do it without getting hurt and turn into wrestling.
Yeah, all I'm saying is if Kevin Owens loves wrestling so much, why does he go to the gym? That's all I want to know. Monty, you know who said that? That was what Jim Cornette used to always say about KO, bro. He's like, yo, if you love wrestling so much, why can't you put down a bucket of fried chicken?
Bro, on here doing Cornettisms and shit, bro. What is happening?
Now I like KO. I do like KO a lot. Obviously, what's not to like about him?
I don't.
If he thinks he can still go, good for him. He knows his body better than us.
Oh, you mean yeah. Okay. I thought you meant like he was washed. Like.
No. If I meant if he could go on the MCO,
yeah.
All he has to go in there is limp around, throw some couple punches, get taken out, and just
that would be so
sell full time.
We was talking about this in the. I think it was either like on a podcast or something the other day, and it was like, even if Kevin Owens does like make it somehow, and he's not 100%, like. You would think in theory that he's going to take it light and not do anything crazy, but like it's Kevin Owens.
I don't believe that at all. Like I remember a report came out last year, like probably like a month or something. They're like, "Yo, Sami Zayn's body is falling apart. Like he's dying out there. Like he's just trying to get through these matches." Then they had like a last man standing match with KO, going through like double tables and shit, taking apron power bombs, like a whole bunch of crazy shit on SmackDown.
Kevin Owens. Like, bro, Kevin Owens took the Mania in the empty room, and he done like the dive off the Mania sign or whatever the fuck. He's crazy.
What are you
doing? I appreciate KO, bro. He still has
just a big guy does big crazy stuff.
I gotta do something crazy to get noticed. Like he still has that mindset.
Yeah, bro, he's awesome.
I'm telling you, man, like
twerker like his man Sammy.
Griff for $4.99 super chat, no message. We appreciate you, though. We appreciate
Thank you.
And this I'm telling y'all, man, this Roman story sucked, and the only person that made the story good was Sami Zayn. He's the only reason why everybody likes Roman now. Even like you remember where they were at Saudi Arabia, they were chanting for Sami. Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, man.
He's the most overactive in WWE right now. He's more over
and people don't even care about like, the War Games feud. They just want to see KO and Sammy be friends again, man. Come on, like that's annoying. It's played out. You want to see him turn on him again too,
bro? I've seen Steve Rico so many times, bro. I don't understand. I mean, I guess WWE fans are like newer to this shit. I guess so they're not tired of Steve Rico, but I'm good, bro. I don't need to see them reform and break up any more times.
How many times do I gotta see Sammy?
My thing with it is Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn both said like the one thing they haven't done is won the tag team titles together. I think something that they want to do. And I completely understand the thinking of not wanting to see Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn turn on each other again. But like the idea of them like reuniting, going on a cool tag run, and just like going their separate ways after when it gets tired is a lot more interesting to me than them just getting back together for a few months just to split up again and do a fucking 6-month feud that we've already seen 50 times.
Bro. And not like the matches would be as good as the ones in the past were. So why are we revisiting it?
I don't know. Look, Kevin Owens is so good now. Like, I think there is a case that you could argue that he's in his prime now. Genuinely,
Kevin Owens was a moves guy, and he's not as much of that now as he was before. But I like moves, so I can't count. And Sami Zayn is obviously worse than he was 7 years ago or whatever.
Yeah, Sami Zayn was like.
Yeah. So like,
Sami Zayn, like at one point, like everyone thought it was gonna be like, like he's a big star now and he's a big deal and he's had a great career and stuff. But like, people thought he was like the next baby face, like.
And there was a time where it was like Sami Zayn was like everybody's favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler. Like they would ask somebody like, "Yo, it's like who do you think is the best wrestler in the world right now?" People would be like, there was obviously like the obvious answers like Kazuchika Okada, Kenny Omega, like. AJ Styles and shit. Like people be like, Sami Zayn's up there too and shit. Like people were really high on Sami. And just I don't know, bro. He's just fucking comedy ass clown now. He twerks to the feds.
I don't know, man.
It's a clown.
He's made it work though, bro. Like obviously, like it's been reported many times now, but obviously the Bloodline Sami stuff was only meant to go a few weeks.
Yeah, but
then it's just he's got it over and he's been so perfect in the role that it's like you wouldn't even think about doing it until like the time's right now. And obviously, like Manny said, like he's kind of like he's been such an instrumental part of like that part of their TV. Like it's just every time they go out and do one of their like WWE segments, it's like it's a home run, He's the man.
Chat. What's going on with Twitter? People, there's breaking news at Twitter headquarters or something.
Well, I don't know what kind of Twitter. I just saw that Anthony Bones posted a picture and he has his arm in a sling.
Oh yeah, I got something to say about that. But Joe Schiff. I don't know who he is, but it's 27,000 retweets. 52 minutes ago said, "New Twitter just alerted employees that effective immediately, all office buildings are temporarily closed and badge access is suspended. No details given as to why." Yo, Twitter is finished.
Well,
he's finished.
He said, "We're hearing
finished
that
Twitter.
this because Elon Musk and his team are terrified employees are going to sabotage the company. Also, they're still trying to figure out which Twitter workers they need to cut access for. Offices will reopen on November 21st. In the meantime, please continue to comply with company policy by refraining from discussing confidential company information on social media with the press or elsewhere." Yo, everybody in chat, thank you so much for supporting us. We hope that whatever platform pops up next, you guys find WrestlePurists there. We will be there, putting out content. You know, you just gotta find us. But
Man, what am I gonna do in my life?
We gonna figure out, bro. We gonna get lit on another platform. The Twitch is still coming. You know, TikTok is still coming. Israel's gonna be the head of that. You know, we're still gonna be pumping out these podcasts if Twitter's done. We're probably gonna have to make an Instagram or something as well. You know, we're gonna figure it out.
Yeah, we'll be fine. Yeah,
you'll be alright.
as long as we've got money.
Facts. As long as we got money, we can't fail.
Yeah. Anyway.
What am I gonna do now? Like, I wake up in the middle of the night. What am I gonna do? Fucking
log on to Reddit, bro. Go see what's going on Reddit.
I don't even know how to use Reddit, man.
I can't go back to Reddit, son. I can't do it. Twitter better not. I'll give y'all $8 too. Shit's crazy.
Yeah. We got Discord.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We gotta start advertising that, Monty. Be active in there.
I'm not even in it.
You know what?
Discord?
Not the lounge Discord. We gotta make a WrestlePurists Discord, like a dedicated.
When do we get?
I was gonna say a separate one.
I'm not on Discord like that, to be honest. So.
All right, bro, but we're gonna drag your yellow ass there.
Yeah. A couple last bits of news. Jonah apparently has a WWE and a New Japan offer waiting for him, and people in WWE think Chelsea Green are coming in. So that's two potential incomings to WWE.
Bums, bro. It's all your bums.
So from what I've heard, what WrestlePurists has heard, it's not a report. It's what we've heard. It's that Chelsea Green and Matt Cardona have already put pen to paper for the Fed, and what else have we heard?
Jonah's still got to make his decision.
We haven't heard anything about Jonah, but Jonah's obviously going back. Like he was twerking. He never stopped twerking for the Fed, bro. He always wanted the Fed's attention. He always was trying to go back. Like he's gonna go back. There's no decision. Meltzer was trying to make it seem like a toss up and shit. Out of respect to New Japan, Jonah's going back, bro.
Pete said you're all ready for Zack Ryder. Cardona did say in a recent interview that if he did go back to WWE, it would have to be as Matt Cardona. He wouldn't want to be Zack Ryder again.
It can't be Zack Ryder. Oh my god.
It's gonna be Matt Cardona, but I do think he's gonna bring back the woo shit.
No respect.
Yo, y'all chat, y'all like Jonah? Well, nah, you niggas up
there. Yeah, that's a chat. What do you think of Jonah?
Charlie, what do you think of Jonah?
What do I think of Jonah?
Yeah. Did you like his G1 performance?
I didn't really watch many of his matches.
You watched the Okada matches?
Yes, I watched the Okada match. Both of them. I thought the first one was like good. I didn't like the second one.
I actually like the second one more than the first one.
Really?
I don't know, bro. Jonah's not for me. And I wanted to like Jonah. He's not it.
I've seen that sentiment a lot with Jonah. Like a lot of people when he got released from WWE and we saw the matches he was starting to get booked for in New Japan, people were like, kind of giving him a chance, you want to like him. Go to New Japan, he's a big guy, do some cool shit over there. Like he beat Okada, bro. Like,
yeah, that's crazy.
I don't know, man, but it's like he hasn't really picked up much momentum. It feels like I've just meant he beat Okada, bro. Like
Jonah's issue is he's a big guy who's like not that. He's a big guy, but he's not that tall, right? But then he also wants to like wrestle like he's 210 pounds. Like he's doing like these fucking headlock takeovers.
Bro, let's the chat's replying.
Show people that he can wrestle. Like, bro, that's not what we want to see. Like,
so we got mixed replies, and we've got a lot of people who are just completely down on it, like mid, ass, no, shit. Jonah is great.
Okay, that's one.
The funny story
about New Japan stuff.
My favorite Jonah story so far is during the second match, I sent Monty my star ratings, and I don't remember watching the match. And but even though I sent him the rating,
bro, like I watched the first Okada match twice actually, because I watched it by myself, and the Hangman like ran it on in Discord. I was like, bro, I don't remember any of this shit. Bro. It's just not.
He seems divisive. Like there is a few people who are like, yeah, he's pretty good, but like.
This nigga Ariel said he's better than Okada. Okada is nothing without Japan. We won't forget TNA when he got exposed.
He's progressively got worse over the years.
Yeah.
Undeserved Okada win. That's facts, bro. It is undeserved. I don't know why they would let him beat Okada if he wasn't like tied down.
Jonah moves like he's in slow motion.
It's true.
Undeserved Okada win. Jeff Cobb, Shikari Khan. The Cobb match was actually quite good.
Oh, I did like the Cobb match.
Yeah.
But
like, when you got fucking
Cobb understands, bro.
Yeah.
Cobb understands when you're like, bro, you're a big guy. We want to see you throw fucking hands or do moves. We don't want to see you do all this fucking technical shit like wrestle fuck bullshit, bro. Nobody wants to see a big guy do that shit.
Yeah. No, I don't know. Like, I just don't know on Jonah. You know, he's big. I want to like him, man. He's all big and shit, like you know. Jeff Cobb better. Jeff Cobb's fucking fantastic. So, yeah, I agree.
Fucking X-Pac, man. He said he just tweeted saying that there should be no Twitter, man. Like, what the fuck, man?
Wait, Moss said that?
No, X-Pac.
Oh, probably because of the Scotty Too Hottie situation.
I don't know.
Y'all really ran a grandfather off of Twitter because he said he doesn't want to simulate getting no winning, bro. What's wrong with me?
It's not even like he shot on it either. Like he just said, "No, that's not for me." You know, I got a daughter. Like, I'm good.
Personally, not for me. Not for me. And everyone's, you motherfucker.
It was crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, let's
Her brain's fried. I don't know what to tell you.
Let's move on to Dynamite, man. Let's get it popping. Let's do this Dynamite review going. So yeah, show started with Jericho and Sammy versus Bryan and Claudio. Good match. Fatal 4-way, Full Gear this Saturday. Yeah, man, I thought it was really good. I thought Claudio was excellent in this match.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff with Jericho's bat was a bit eye roll, but
yeah, it was a little
you can forgive it.
With the bat.
Yeah. But yeah, man, it was a good fun opener. Sammy and Jericho got some good heat early on and stuff. Yeah, man, it was good stuff. Yeah. Got a Darby and Sting video package.
Oof.
Which the Darby video package is just kind of a. How do you think they do those, bro? Like,
I feel like Darby just does that shit all on his own. He just sends it in. He's like, "Yo, this is what I got done. Play it on Dynamite."
Tony's just like, yeah, sweet.
All right, go. Cool.
You know, Sting has the best job. He doesn't show up to work for a couple of days and goes on a road trip with Darby, shoots some shit, and then just goes back home. I mean, it's a life, you know. Wrestle once a week, once a month. Awesome.
3 months.
Oh, now it is, yeah.
Then directly after the Darby black and white weird promo thing that he did, there was like a what's the group even called? Satnam, Sanjay, Lethal. They don't have a name, so you have to name them all individually. It's a bit long.
Sanjay and friends.
Yeah,
we'll call them Lethal Enterprises.
Lethal Enterprises. Jarrett Enterprises. We got to at least call it Jarrett Enterprises.
Double J Incorporated.
Yeah. Sanjay thought it was about to cut a promo. Jeff Jarrett told him that he's got this. look the camera down the eye and cut an old school promo, you know.
Yeah.
Must have struck some fear into young Darby. And yeah, man, there's going to be a tag match on Full Gear Saturday. And I'll be honest, it's one of the matches that I'm more looking forward to. I'm not going to lie. You know?
Yeah.
Sting, Jarrett, rolling the clocks back. You know? It's a good time.
It's my number one match. It's circled number one right there.
On the big board.
On the big board, yeah.
How are you feeling, AO, about this Jarrett tag match?
Oh, I'm looking forward to it, bro. I can't wait for the guitar spot. I feel like everybody's looking so forward to the guitar spot that they just might not do it. Like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Subvert expectations. That's
Can
what
you
real heels do. That's what real heels do. Don't give us what we want. Like, I love Double J, though. I think he's entertaining. I loved him when I was a kid. Because I didn't watch TNA Weekly when I was a kid, right? And I was like, a dumb kid. It's like, I didn't care if the storytelling was good. I didn't care about, this person should get pushed now. This babyface going over will be good for business. I didn't care about any of that shit, bro. I just thought the crazy nigga with the guitar doming people was fucking awesome, bro. I thought that shit was amazing. So I always liked Double J when I was growing up and shit. Like, compare that to Triple H, who was like waffling for 20 minutes about shit I didn't care about during his reign of terror. That shit was not interesting. Like, so I'm looking forward to it. I always like Double J. I always like Lethal. Sanjay's cool with me. Satnam Singh is whatever.
You know, I kind of wish this feud had a little bit more blood in it, like that photo of Rosa and Britt Baker from the AEW game. I wish they left the mat like that at least once, but they didn't, which is unfortunate. Yeah. I wanted to have like a blood rivalry, you know, like I wanted Sting to come down from the rafters and then like Jeff hit him while he's coming down and stuff like that. Just, you know, chaos like a piñata.
Yeah, man. I hear you, bro.
It sounds awesome.
What are they cooking?
It sounds great. The visual is just...
I forgot. Let me say it now because I was supposed to say it before the Dynamite shit. If you want to hear me address my enemies, right? All fuck niggas wrong me. Everybody who I got shit on, tune into Purists tomorrow. Addressing my enemies.
Yeah.
Me, Chris, and Rob.
I thought that was today.
Talk about the future of Purists. Talk about future co-hosts. There is a new co-host. Very over on the internet. They will not be here tomorrow because they're busy and got shit going on. And yeah, but a lot of big things going on for the A show, bro. The A show is coming back this weekend. Divas podcast on Sunday. Yes. Tune into that. All right, let's go back to Dynamite. Just had to get my plugs in.
Yeah, man, get your plugs in. That's what we do. Like, subscribe, super chat while we're doing it. You know. Yeah,
run them likes up too. If you just joined us, like the video, please subscribe, comment. Oh yeah, and the Bitcoin giveaway announcing the winner tomorrow for the comment
I forgot you're doing that.
Wait, what? A Bitcoin giveaway?
Yeah, bro. I had a comment contest, but niggas ain't want to play, bro. It was pretty much the same amount of comments that we get every week. Like, bro, I'll try to give away free money, but niggas ain't want to play, so I'm gonna spin the wheel.
Hey, what do you guys like a radio show now or what? You just giving away free shit?
Hey man. Don't worry about what we got going on over at Purists. Worry about Cup Purists.
See, that was just
spiteful.
Yeah.
We're trying to bring the wrestling community together with open dialogue, and you're just here like, hey man, fuck Wrestle Cuck or whatever, man. Like, come on.
Wrestle Cuck.
Is that
You mean Cuck wave, nigga?
Yeah, man. Dynamite.
Who had the worst takeover? Makoto Baba or Elon Musk? Yeah, I gotta go with Baba right now because the company is dead. All Japan is dead. Twitter's still going right for now. So for now,
see, I think I'm one of the weirdos who's like, I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, I'm sure people are overreacting and shit, but
yeah.
My thing is
gonna come from it.
My thing is, if it gets that bad, he's just gonna have to sell the company and take a loss on it.
Yeah,
surely, you know, and just let someone who actually knows what they're doing run it. It's quite worrying to see him that he's like sacking everybody from the sounds of things, which sounds like
for someone less educated. Who's Makoto Baba? Who is that?
I'm crying. She's the wife of the owner of the late owner of Big Lucha. So yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And then when he died, his name was El Hijo del Giganto. That was his name, right? And he died, and she took over. And there was how do you say pillar in Spanish, Monty? You don't know, bro? Oh man, how do you say pillar in Spanish, Manny?
You should put me on spot. I don't know.
You don't speak Spanish?
I do, but I'm not good at it.
I'm crying.
Pilardo?
But yeah, Big Lucha, pretty much Big Lucha is dead. All that shit.
Yeah, unfortunate times. Yeah.
Elon washed. That's a fact. Who is this fake backup hangman? I feel like it's Treymani, bro.
Did you guys ever see that picture P posted last week about that promoter?
Wait,
which one?
I wasn't very
who?
No, never mind. I won't say it.
I didn't see it. Yo, Elon Musk bought WWE. He wouldn't be able to resist putting the belt on himself. And like, you'd want people to take him seriously too. It wouldn't be no Vince McMahon shit. You would put Bobby Lashley in a fucking blender, make him sell for him and shit.
Elon Musk in charge of WWE would be like,
God,
would be truly fucked. You know, that could be worse than Vince. Like,
yeah.
Because like AO said, like he wouldn't be able to resist putting the belt on himself. Like, even though Vince did that as well. Like, what?
Well, Vince did it in a way where it was just like, oh, you motherfucker, like this sneaky bastard. Elon Musk would book himself strong. Like he would be like,
he'd book himself like Cody Rhodes. Like,
like Cody Rhodes.
That's nasty.
It would be so nasty. What's the next segment on Dynamite?
That was.
Boom. Next thing on Dynamite was Anthony Bowens versus Swerve Strickland. Obviously, before the match, they dropped a music video. It involved Captain Insano.
That was.
And Ayo, what was your music critique? Go off.
I liked it. I thought it was like obviously it's not like good music, but like it was entertaining television. The Swerve and Keith Lee stand-ins were fucking hilarious, bro. Like those shit was so funny. People wanted to get in their like SA bag and talk about fat shaming and shit. And I saw Keith Lee tweeted something too. I don't know if he was just trying to be a baby face or if he was actually offended. I hope he wasn't actually offended, but it looked like he was.
What did he tweet?
I can't condone that, bro. I can't condone Keith Lee's last tweet. Let me go find it. He was like, "And AEW condones this and is pushing it." Let me find it.
Spooky Lee.
Lee, bro, Lee. If you want to go back to WWE, you don't have to do this. I promise. Don't do it.
It's literally his pinned tweet.
Wait, was he actually mad about that?
He pinned it.
He pinned it.
I hope he's just trying to be a babyface.
I also hate that they have to. Okay. I also hate that they have to body shame out real Keith Lee, so that's all they have on him is his weight, and he speaks intelligently. Shake my head, this guy still should be a future world champ. People get all up in arms about that, and all over Twitter, then you will see them also say it's the best video ever. In addition, you'll find AEW support said video. Honestly, that's just fun. Hey, I felt nature is nothing new to me and good at making people regret. It's a weird tweet.
It's a weird tweet, bro. I don't know what he's cooking.
It's a bit weird.
I don't know what he's cooking.
Yeah.
Keith Lee, you've been a big guy your entire life. There's no way that fat jokes hurt your feelings. There's no way. Stop it. Don't pretend like that shit hurt your feelings, Keith. Don't do that shit.
All right, now I want him to go back as Bearcat Lee. Go back there.
Now hold on. Let's
reel it in a little bit. Let's reel it in a little bit, man.
It's okay. He hasn't done anything that offensive.
Right, he ain't pulling Malachi. Oops.
And Mankind stuff is still so funny.
Speaking of people like that, actually, Andrade's been suspended?
Yeah,
it was really weird how that came out because Dave Meltzer in his daily update yesterday, he mentioned something about Andrade, and like as he referred to Andrade, he called him the suspended AEW star. But he didn't put out a report saying Andrade has been suspended. He just referred to him as the suspended AEW star.
Right? We all knew he wasn't on TV because he was suspended, right?
That was the assumption, but it was never actually reported that he's on suspension. You know what I mean? And now that, like I said, Dave just kind of slipped it in there, like, and then obviously a couple websites, a couple aggregators, kind of like took it and ran with it, sort of thing. But yeah, apparently he's been suspended. So obviously it's not surprising, but
No.
Andrade rules. You see his excuse, where he's like, I didn't want my release. If I wanted my release, I would just ask for my release. And the way he's playing it off, like, I didn't do anything wrong. Like, he's fucking rules, bro. I don't know.
Yo, people thought that. People were like, oh my God, we can't let Roosh in this company. He'll go full Carney. Oh my God. Nah, bro. It's Andrade who went full fucking Carney. Roosh is on his best behavior.
Roosh has been great.
Right.
Roosh is, listen, bro. Roosh is...
He's a walking 4-star machine.
Roosh's time's coming.
Play the clip.
Play the decades and generations I've been in wrestling. This guy would fit in all of them. There's not one single generation.
Y'all have any faith in Roosh? Monty, you think he's about to pull a Roosh?
Listen, Roosh is let's just say he put in the work and got his contract. That's all I'm gonna say. He got his contract, bro. He put pen to paper. We'll see what happens.
I believe in
lucha libre.
I'm telling y'all, man, Roosh is a 4-star machine. That's what he does. He wakes up, gives you 4 stars, and goes back to sleep.
Man, you were the one pushing those racist sentiments that Roosh was going to come into AEW and act a fool.
Oh, I didn't do that. That was Raw Viper.
You were all in spaces. Tearing Roosh down. Saying that he's going to act a fool.
I think that was Murph, and then Raw Viper.
That's how you gotta take it like a madman, you know.
Yeah.
You gotta die on these hills, brother. That's what we do right now, you know.
Yeah. So oh shit, this Swerve in Our Glory shirt is fire. So Swerve versus Anthony Bowens, I like the match a lot. Swerve worked the arm a lot in that match. So when Anthony Bowens popped up with his arm in a sling, my first reaction was that he was selling, but apparently it's a legitimate injury. So we're gonna see how that shakes out.
That's how you slide in FTR.
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Why not?
We're not doing that. Because, bro, Dax Harwood's not fit to be on television. I know things about him that if made public.
Oh, bro, stop this shit.
If made public.
Stop this shit.
May lead to the arrest and incarceration of Dax Harwood. That's all I'm gonna say, bro. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm all for it, bro. FTR versus the Acclaimed. I personally haven't beat the Acclaimed as well, which people get mad at me for. But you know,
I agree.
So you turn them back heel? Would you turn them back heel, or would you just do babyface versus babyface?
No, I just haven't beat the Acclaimed, bro.
Squash them.
I hate babyface versus babyface matches so much, bro. I hate them fucking matches.
Well, I'd get FTR to like lean heel for the match, but like I wouldn't turn them heel, you know.
I don't get why FTR is so over, bro. What are y'all seeing these motherfuckers?
Because they're really good. Like,
they have really good
FTR,
music.
son.
That's what it is.
They're good
music. Theme song merchants? They might be theme song merchants.
They're not
They
theme
are.
song merchants.
Like
They've had too many standing ovations this year, bro. But they're good. Like, just accept it, bro.
Everybody's good.
They're not your flavor. You know them ones. They're not your flavor, but they're just good, bro. They've had too many standing ovations this year, bro.
Everybody's good.
No, they're great, bro. Like, they're up there.
They have good music and they have a good hot tag. That's about it.
They got good everything.
Look, man, God's just striking you down with sickness because he knows you're lying.
It's not. I'll defend that.
I remember when
Dax,
when I met Dax Harwood January 6, 2021.
That's crazy.
Dax, we know where you were at.
Crazy.
We know where you was at, Dax.
Fuck, man.
But yeah, man.
What did y'all think about that?
I love me some FTR, bro. Yeah.
Fuck FTR.
Bowens versus Swerve. I thought it was like the work was solid enough in it. But there was a point where I don't know if you guys seen it, but like during the ad break when they were doing picture, and Swerve was just grabbing holds and stuff, but they lost the crowd, man.
Yeah,
like, the crowd just because obviously it started off quite hot because the Acclaimed, obviously they're so over at the moment, and there was the like scissor me daddy ass chants and stuff like that. Then like it just slowly just went. Then like when I went into the ad break and they slowed things down, like it just went. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, man. But Bowen's solid wrestler. Apparently like AO was mentioning, like he might be dealing with an injury right now. Swerve, obviously he's doing his heel stuff that he's doing now, and it was just kind of like it was, inoffensive. People enjoyed the music video. Captain Insano.
Big pop for Captain Insano.
Yeah, big pop for Captain Insano. Harmless bit of TV. We got a Jade and Nyla Rose video package, which was even though I've kind of hated the feud, I thought the video package was actually quite well done.
Monty, what don't you like about the feud, bro? Like I
think it just makes Jade look like a fucking idiot.
Like, it doesn't make any sense how long they've gone without wrestling for Jade's belt. But I feel like the feud's been entertaining television. What don't you like about it?
I just think it makes Jade look like an idiot, bro. Like,
yeah.
It's just like,
it's like supposed to be cartoony in that way, where it's like cat and mouse shit. I get.
No, but it's like Jade Cargill. I wouldn't be doing that shit with her. It's totally like, I don't know.
Realistically, it's like, yo, she should not be like going like 5 weeks without her fucking belt. Like this is dragging on a little bit too long without them wrestling. But what I've seen on television, I've enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to the match. I know people are thinking that it's going to be a stinker, but Jade's improving every week. Nyla's not the wrestler that she was in 2019. She's a lot better now than she was in 2019. I think it could be a really good house fight. I'm looking forward to it. I'm not down on it like some women haters are. Monty, bro,
I'm one of the like. In our group chat, I'm like one of the biggest women's wrestling advocates.
He's gonna lie.
That's what makes it, bro. Man, then when we come on the podcast, you got AO trying to make out like I'm backup Hangman.
Yo, Hangman will like he'll be watching SmackDown, right? And Hangman will be like, "Do I need to watch?
Bro, it's genuinely nasty, like."
And I'll be like, "Yeah, bro, it was great. I give it 5 stars." And Monty be like, "Bro, it was shit, man. It's women's wrestling."
That's bullshit, bro. I was literally in the group chat the other week getting roasted for putting Sonya and Liv Morgan. No, yeah, the Sonya and Liv Morgan match. I think it was the last man standing one or something.
Liv Morgan and Sonya Deville had a last man standing match.
Oh, listen, we sent the graphic in the week before when it got announced, and obviously, like let's be fair, like we all like worried for the worst. It was all right, man. It was all right.
I missed that.
I don't know. Liv is such a.
I would have tuned in for that because that sounds horrific.
Liv is like such like the weirdest wrestler. She'll have an okay match and people be like, "Oh my gosh, she had a great match. She had a great match." Like, she's like so weird. I don't know.
Liv is like a moves merchant, but
a bad moves merchant. She can't even do them right.
Yeah, it's not good, bro. It's not good.
Someone asked me what top 5 Stardom matches are. I wouldn't even be fair to answer that, but I don't know, man. Like I loved the Tam Nakano and Natsupoi stuff that they were doing like earlier on in the year. Like I absolutely loved that whole like feud and like them the turn and them getting back together and stuff like that. Like I loved all that stuff, and like in terms of like
going through endless tweets.
It's good. I'll just ask Jamie, come up with a fake top 5. But yeah, I love Stardom. I actually do love Stardom when I get a chance to watch it. It's just that they do like a pay-per-view like every 2-3 weeks. So it's like I'm not gonna sit here and pretend to be like, a Joshi expert.
Yeah.
But
I like Stardom a lot, but I'm not a Joshi expert. I catch like the big shows. I ask questions and shit, so I'm not like lost when the big shows come around anyway.
we've got good people. Really, we've got Parker,
Yeah.
we've got Jamie, we've got Anna. Like they're like three massive. Like they're like their favorite promotions like Stardom. Well, Parker's is always Regal part, but like, you know, they're Joshi boys.
My favorite star matches are Saya versus Tom, Julia versus Tom, Natsupoi versus Tom, and Julia versus Siri.
Why didn't you get that one off, bro? Especially when I can see you reading it. It's like you're not getting that one off, bro.
Damn, Twitter's finally turned on Ethan Page.
Oh shit, really? I like Ethan Page.
No,
I mean, I wouldn't have him win the contender tournament, sort of thing. But like, I do like. I think he's a good heel. But he's not. People always say like, I might even. This is probably a hot take, to be honest. But like, people say like, "Oh, what's Ethan Page's best match?" and stuff like that. It's like, bro, everybody can fucking wrestle 4-star matches and shit now. You know,
Right.
It's like people shouldn't be like. Not everyone needs to be a 4-star merchant. You know, like. Ethan Page is just a good heel, bro. Like, he just is. You know,
I enjoyed the stuff that he did with Darby a lot. I thought that was very good.
Yeah.
Since then, he hasn't really done anything where I'm like, yes, this is why Ethan Page is on TV. Like, yes, we need Ethan Page with the belt. Like, it just hasn't happened. He thinks screaming into a mic gives him a good promo, and that might be ironic coming from me, but I don't think I've yelled once this whole episode, bro. So you can't even don't give me that shit. All right, suck my dick. All right, but Ethan Page, he's like, I don't know, he's kind of one-dimensional with like the screaming into the mic shit. There's like a bunch of other wrestlers that can wrestle as good or better than him with like more interesting personalities. I'm not big on Ethan Page, bro.
Yeah.
But I don't think him getting pushed is the end of the world. I don't think that.
Yeah, he's a solid heel, carries himself well, you know. The matches aren't horrendous. Like they're not, like I said, they're not 4 or 5 stars or anything, but they're not horrendous at all. Like the kid can work, you know. Yeah, man.
I enjoyed the Bandito match.
That Bandito match just made me realize that Bandito would do horrible in WWE because they had a WWE style match out there, and Bandito was just like drowning out there.
Yeah, he weren't. Yeah, like he couldn't get his shit off properly. You know, like the Jericho match is a good example. Like Jericho literally just went out there and was like, "Get your shit off on me," you know.
Because the thing with Bandito is he can work both lucha and the Pyro style, and Ethan Page doesn't do any of those.
Yeah.
So he was just like, "Fuck, man, I'm dead." Like he's like, Bandito's probably thanking God that this wasn't his tryout match because he's like, "Man, they wouldn't have brought me back."
Imagine.
There was a match we were watching on Discord. I don't think Manny was there, but Charlie might have been there. It was Shingo versus Bandito versus who was the third person?
Yeah, the freeway dance. It was who
was it Cobb?
Yeah, I think it was Cobb.
Yeah, and it was like so disjointed and like it was like a 30-minute match where like Shingo was pinned like 5 minutes into the match. It was just like what the fuck? It was so like disjointed and shit, and we were like, well, this is like 3 people who speak 3 different languages. None of them like only one person speaks English, only one person speaks Spanish, only one person spoke Japanese. It was just like it didn't really mesh well. And maybe that was the issue with Ethan Page versus Bandito and shit. It's just like
it happens, man. Like sometimes you'll think, oh, he's a good wrestler, he's a good wrestler. It's gonna be a great match. Like that's not how it works. That's not how wrestling works, you know. Sometimes it can be a shitter with someone who's great and they can have a great match, or you know, vice versa or whatever. But
Dude Man asked Shingo versus Bandito happened. Yes, in PWG 2019.
Yes.
They had a 3-way dance.
Yeah. Well, Jade Nyla, Samoa Joe promo. Yeah, Samoa Joe did the in-ring promo. Cut a great heel promo because he's Samoa Joe. Of course he did. He was then interrupted by
just so much better.
Powerhouse Hobbs.
I forgot how much I love heel Joe.
He's so good as a heel.
He's got because like with it, now that he's a heel, he gives him a chance to cut more promos, and it's like Joey's legitimately still to this day one of the best promos in the business. Right. So it's like, you know, you don't have to scream, but when he screams, like there's an intensity to it where it's like, oh shit.
When Samoa Joe screams, there's a purpose. It's just like, oh shit, like he's not fucking around. Like,
niggas stand up when Samoa Joe screams, bro.
Because when Ethan Page screams, it's like, oh, here he goes again. What's he cooking now? Like you kind of just roll your eyes and shit. But when Samoa Joe screams, you like sit up in your chair and shit. You're like, oh my, like what's he cooking? Like you want to know what's going on. Like you take it seriously.
I was scared for Tony Schiavone out there. I was like, oh man, he's probably gonna headbutt him.
I had to take a muscle buster.
Yeah.
I thought Tony Schiavone was about to get headbutt or something because Tony Schiavone kept moving, like he kept putting the mic in front of him and kept like putting his head back.
Oh, coquino clutch or something. I thought. I was like, yeah, Schiavone's days on this earth are not gonna.
And then I also like Will Hobbs in the promo, but he's also like turning his back to make sure like Wardlow doesn't come out.
Yeah.
Same thing with Samoa Joe. Like they're waiting for him to come out, and then like Samoa Joe's like, oh shit, he's behind me, and then like they started going at it. Shit like that rules when they do like little callbacks like that. It's the little things that matter, you know.
Yo,
yeah, man. It was just
I've grown to like this feud a lot. I like this feud a lot now.
Me too.
Yeah, man. There's a lot, bro. Isn't it? Samoa Joe, fucking powerhouse Hobbs, and Wardlow.
That match is number 2.
That
match is number 2 on my list on the Full Gear card.
Yeah, it's up there. It's definitely up there.
Bro, if you look at this card and just go match by match, like what are people talking about? That this is like now.
It's really came together in the those last 2 matches, the trios match and this triple threat match. Like they've really like brought it together. You know,
I forgot that I've known about this trios match for like a month now, but. I forgot. I forget that happens sometimes. But like, they've known the Elite were coming back for a very long time. Like even before they were getting like shit put on TV, they were like, the Elite versus Death Triangle Full Gear. So,
like there's some of the takes people have for this card are like it doesn't make sense. Like, oh, if this card is bad, you know, AEW has to be on watch. Like their days are numbered. I'm like, bro,
what, you remember some of the 2019 cards, bro? Jake Hager and Dustin Rhodes were having singles matches. What are we talking about?
Pop. That's a real match right there.
I forgot that Monty's fucking Dustin Rhodes.
Touchdown!
Listen, Dustin Rhodes versus Jake Hager actually sounds like something that I'd like happily like sit for. I can't lie, Dustin Rhodes throwing them punches, doing a babyface comeback. It'd be a good time, man. Telling you. Yeah, Samoa Joe, Powerhouse Hobbs. They went back and forth on the mic for like 2 seconds. Wardlow's music he came up from behind. There was a proper like your typical big man brawl where like all the roster and everyone comes out trying to split them up and they can't do it because they're all so big and powerful. And Wardlow did a fucking crazy dive. And we got the whole big men supposed to move like that.
That tope was amazing. That's why people are like, oh, y'all just shitting on Brian Pillman Jr. because y'all don't like him. No, bro. Wardlow's like 280 pounds. You see, and compare his tope to Brian Pillman Jr.'s. Like his was much better. That's why I don't stop twerking for like this. Stop twerking for mediocre shit. Just because somebody like did the move and technically did it like successfully doesn't mean it's good. Doesn't mean they did it well.
Like when Pillman did his tope, he like grabbed the ropes and like flipped over.
Nasty.
Yeah, it was like the cheap one. Big meaty men bumping me. Did you see Nyla Rose's tweet where it was like, "What's the female version?"
Yeah, what is the female version?
What is it?
Have any good suggestions?
I don't know, man. I couldn't think of one after. And I was looking at the comments, and they were all terrible, bro. Like someone put something like "luscious, luxurious ladies," and I was like, "What?"
Wrestling fans are so unfunny, bro. I knew they were gonna be bad. I just didn't want to look.
Yeah, we're equivalent to big meaty men bumping meat. Let me see.
What's Manny about to cook up, bro? If anybody can get this done, it's Manny.
You can't do it on the spot though. He's just gonna say it in like 20 minutes randomly.
Yeah, I know. Probably get myself in trouble too with what I say too.
Nyla's tweet?
What did Hangman say?
He said, "Big ass bitches bumping."
Oh god. Oh god.
What did he say?
Cooking. He's kind of cooking. I mean, that could be taken as in a different because women and bumping has a certain connotation to it. But if you take your mind out of the gutter, it's all right. I've been given one of Big AO Select Time. I've been given permission from a source to unveil this information live on air, bro. So they are currently filming a new theme song, and they're filming new shit for AEW Dynamite's getting a new theme. They're in the studio right now, cooking shit up. Who knows when it's coming? But that's what they're doing in New York/Newark right now.
Interesting stuff's come out of that.
Oh yeah, I remember you brought it. Yeah. No more Light the Fuse.
Light the Fuse is out of here, bro. How do y'all feel about that? I'm gonna miss it.
I'm gonna miss it.
You know, I like seeing people tweet Light the Fuse when AEW is about to start.
You know, the idea of AEW getting a new theme song was like really nothing that ever came up to me. I just assumed it's like, it's Wednesday, time to light the fuse, bro.
Yeah.
Dynamite time. But also, like, when they change the SmackDown themes and the Raw themes, I get offended every time. So I'm talking about like 10, 15 years ago, not recently. I don't even pay attention to those themes anymore. But
I'll miss it. I like the Dynamite theme.
But yeah, they're doing some new shit in the studio. Should be interesting. I guess it's gonna be more like the Rampage shit then, because like that was done in the studio.
I don't like the Rampage theme at all.
I don't even remember how the Rampage theme goes. I hear clapping and the matches ain't started yet equals.
See, that's just disgusting, bro.
I don't get it. What is he talking about?
He's like, I hear clapping and the match ain't started yet.
Oh! Oh, cry. Yo, what is Rob cooking?
I don't think Rob...
Get it out. I've got you Custodian back up. Custodian, Brian Pillman Jr.
Brian Pillman Jr. New song.
Get them off. Oh my god.
Appreciate you, Custodian, always. Regular. Rampage theme sucks. This is Rampage, baby.
Oh yeah, this is Rampage. Yeah, that's how the theme goes.
My girlfriend's got like PTSD from that song because like on the fight feed. Like,
it plays on loop, right?
Yeah, it just plays on loop, bro, and like she'll be in bed and she can just hear it, bro.
Bro, man, I'm looking at these comments to see if I can get something like pops in my mind real quick. Man, some of these are fucking suck, bro. Like,
bro, it's tough, bro.
Bro, I know. I looked at these. I said, I know, like one of them says, "Big brawny babes" or "strong wagyu." Like, what does that even mean? Like,
I don't know, bro.
Someone's trying to put hot or sexy. Like, what is that? Like, man, I'm telling you, man, the wrestling fans are like the worst. Bro.
That's what Nala gets for asking wrestling fans a damn thing, bro.
Like, one says big muscle mommies. Like, come on, man. What is?
Oh nah.
That was Jordan Grace's reply.
Yeah, that's what what's her face goes by, and that's her OnlyFans handle. Something muscle mommy.
Oh no, hers was massive muscle mummies. Yeah.
Nasty.
Yeah.
Guys, give me like 24 hours and I'll cook up something. I mean,
Manny. We know you got something.
Yeah.
Try something respectful and funny at the same time. That or I'll just forget about it.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll figure it out. But yeah. Where was it? Samoa Joe, Big Man Brawl. Wardlow did his dive. Triple threat. Britt Baker promo. Britt Baker cut a very good promo.
What a
very
promo.
good babyface promo.
It was a really good promo.
It was a good promo, but it was a blatant babyface promo.
Yeah, so, it was.
It's like, what are we doing here? We don't know. I thought there was like potential, like maybe because like the way Saraya came off like Big League and Britt, or maybe like especially immediately following Britt Baker's promo, I thought like maybe they were going to do a switch, they were going to flip it or something. And like later in the 10 minutes later in the show, Saraya also cut a babyface promo with no like. There was no like. There weren't even like any like underlining like hints at maybe being a heel or anything. Like it was just straight to babyface promo. Like it was just like, I don't know, man. Even as good as Britt Baker's promo was, like, I don't know, man.
I think that it sucks, bro. It sucks because like Saraya's like obviously a big star and shit, and she never imagined coming back to wrestling and getting booed right away, probably. So it's just like she doesn't want to work. She probably doesn't want to work heel right now. But also, you gotta listen to what the fans are doing.
The Bakerverse, bro. I'm telling you. You're in the Bakerverse. She's gonna. I don't know, man.
That's what I'm telling you, man. I feel bad for when Sasha comes in, man. She's about to get.
Sasha's not coming in, bro.
No, she's gonna get cooked. She's gonna come face to face with Bray, and Britt's just gonna cook her alive, and it's gonna be like, damn, man. Like, what are people gonna say on Twitter? Like,
nah, never. My goat would never get cooked alive by Britt Baker. That would be so nasty.
It's gonna be a nasty day. Everybody's gonna delete their accounts. Well, you know, Twitter might be dead by that time, so you know.
So I've long held the opinion that like WWE fans, right, for the most part, they don't care about the wrestlers. They don't care about any of these niggas, right? They could leave and they'll love them. They leave and then they're sworn enemies, right? Like you saw it with Keith Lee. Like if you see anybody insulting Keith Lee on the timeline, just search the tweets of Keith Lee. They used to love him in 2019, 2018, but now, oh, that lazy fat motherfucker, I hate him, right? Would Sasha Banks fans actually come watch AEW? Or would they turn on her? Like
they'd follow. Sasha's got a fan base that would follow her. She wouldn't bring all the WWE Mecca with her, but like she'd bring the Sasha stands. The Sasha stands would watch. The Sasha stands watch her fucking go on red carpets and shit, bro. Like they'll watch anything. Like,
she might be the only.
The Sasha stands are like the elite stands like that, though.
But I don't think Becky fans would.
I
don't think Becky fans are tuning into AEW for Becky.
Yeah, neither. The only people who I think could come over to WWE and bring like a big chunk of their audience are like Sasha and Roman. Well, that's basically
Charlotte Flair has a lot of fans, but it's it's sneaky how many fans she has because she got so many more haters. But maybe she'd be able to bring some people over.
I'm telling you, if AEW can get Sasha, then they can get anybody, you know, except Stone Cold and maybe John Cena.
Nah, Roman would never come, bro.
Roman's comfy, like real big star energy, bro. Like he's a that doesn't work for me, brother. You know, he's that level now. Like,
yeah, great. We don't need him here anyways in the fleet. You know, nobody needs that kind of energy around us.
He does what he wants, bro.
It's bad enough we have the elite running around doing that. We don't need Roman Reigns doing that.
No, Kenny Omega will put Roman in a headlock his first day on the job, and that would just be the end of that. Kenny's a real shooter, bro. He doesn't have time.
And then Roman's gonna bite him,
man.
Yes, he is, bro. Kenny's a real shooter.
He's not, man.
Yes, he is.
I'm never accepting this, bro.
He had a UFC offer.
Go.
Look, if he really did, a real expert knows you don't put that choke around somebody's mouth where you can get bit. You know, you put it under their chin.
Bro, he didn't put a choke in, bro. He was running out the door with Larry's ugly ass, and he got bitten from behind.
Yo,
how did he get bit from behind? It's on his forearm. Was he running like Naruto or what?
Yes, nigga, he's a weeb. Yo, we watched 2000 ROH matches, and Kenny Omega, before he ever stepped foot in Japan, had Japanese on his tights. I'm like, his trunks. Like, you weeb ass nigga. You're such a weeb. I love it though, bro. I'm a fucking weeb too, bro. My dad used to have Japanese in it.
One sec. So Manny killed Dead Air.
You killed Dead Air, man. This is usually Hangman's job.
Nothing really interesting, Manny. I had Taco Cabana. You know, I had some Oreo churros.
Churros sounds fire. It sounds fire.
Yeah, that's my mission right now. Trying to find anything Oreos. Like I went online and I brought some cinnamon bun flavored Oreos from Canada. Huh? Cinnamon bun Oreos from Canada. What?
You got cinnamon, bro?
Yeah, is that how you say it? Cinnamon. What? But yeah, those. Well, you want me guys to tell you my crumble story?
What is a crumble?
A crumble cookie.
Oh, I thought it was something like Grindr.
No. I went to Crumble and I got some cookies, and I felt like I got drugged on that day because I took half the cookie and I just.
How much sugar was it?
Yeah, man. I felt
on the spot.
Bro, I feel like diabetes was growing through my veins. I thought I was done, man. I
Bro,
was toasted.
I had a root beer float at my little cousin's birthday party, bro. And like it was like last year. And I felt like the sugar like taking over my body, bro. I was like twitching and shit. I was like, yeah, I'm too old for this shit. I can't do this shit.
Bro, that's how I know my diet's terrible, bro. Because I could eat like any of that shit and feel fine, you know.
like, bro, like I was like feeling my fingers tingling and shit. Man, because when I was like 13 or whatever, I'd drink like 4 of them and I'd be fine. I just run around a little bit, crash from the sugar high. I had one like last year. I was like, I don't know, bro. I didn't feel right. I didn't feel right at all after I drank that shit. So
after I have the cookie, I was with my sister and she had to stop by Target and we're just go in there. I grabbed my sister by the shoulder. I said, man, I don't feel good, man. I don't know. Something's wrong. She said, what do you mean something's wrong? And I said, I don't know. And then like she gets her stuff and then we go in the car and I got to stop by Walmart too. And I'm waiting in the guest services with my sister and I said, go give me some Tylenol or something, man. I don't know if I can make it to the house. Peach said, why was Grindr the first thing that came to mind? Because 1, they sound similar, and 2, this is an inclusive podcast, Peach. Does homosexuality make you uncomfortable?
Leave her alone.
Are you not an ally? Yo, if you're not an ally, just let me know now. Just leave. It's EVPAO, and the A stands for ally. All right.
Poor Peach, man. She gets rinsed in the group chats.
Yeah, she's a good sport though. She's always there.
Yeah.
You know?
I love Peach.
Peach said, "Ayo, I'm literally bisexual," and that's why it's crazy that you're so anti the community that you're part of. But allies like me just keep things like this together, bro. I don't want to pat myself on the back too much, but. I don't want to get in trouble.
I'll just wait, you know.
Y'all just waiting for me to hang myself, bro. Y'all just sitting there listening like, yo, what's this motherfucker gonna say? He's finished now. Let's go to the super chat.
I know Brett Lauderdale is stressing right now. He's finally going to have to book a good matches instead of ones that laugh on Twitter. Might as well send the library to Hunter at this point.
Yo.
Yeah.
If Twitter did go down, these Twitter merchant ass wrestlers, like these only over on Twitter ass fucking acts, bro. You're finished. I hope you guys are on TikTok doing the latest dances. Not looking good.
Unfortunately,
we're gonna get back up Hangman. We're gonna get back up Hangman dancing on TikTok. That's what we build the following
on TikTok reciting essays. Will be so reciting essays.
Twitter will survive. He has to.
Oh, that'd be awesome. You just have the highlights in the background. You just have the text just coming in and out like a Star Wars film at the end of the credits or at the beginning of the credits.
Something like that.
See, just came up with that on the fly. There you go. Steal that idea, somebody.
I think Twitter's probably gonna be fine. Worst case scenario, Elon Musk just takes a huge loss on it, but we'll be all right. Like even if he does ruin the app a little bit, the next person will fix it.
Yeah, like if there's like mad crash, when I was reading through the thread, it was like there's a lot of the Twitter employees that have left the company. Like they think that they'll because of all the people leaving and stuff, there'll be like crashes and stuff like that over the next few weeks. Because that wouldn't surprise me. But the whole app going down the toilet, come on. Do you know what I mean?
Did you see the picture of Elon Musk? Like he hired the 2 employees back and he took a picture with them, like Triple H when he signs a new indie wrestler.
All right, so apparently that whole thing was like a joke, and it was like, so people knew that people were getting like let go of Twitter and shit. So these 2 like dickheads like got boxes from their house and went to Twitter headquarters like they were getting fired and walking out. And reporters asked them their names, and one of them told them their last name was Ligma, and the other one told them their last name was Johnson. And the reporters actually printed the story that Ligma Johnson was let go. And then Elon Musk like started running with like the meme and shit and brought them back to Twitter HQ. Like instead of actually doing any real work, he's just
popping himself on Twitter.
Yeah. Bro, when he had that when he was carrying the sink and he put that on the floor, People were saying
that was funny. Did y'all think that let that sink in? Shit was funny.
Bro, man, I was fucking
so
popping
funny,
myself.
Bro.
I was laughing so hard for like 5 minutes. I said, bro, I fucking ruled, bro. This is...
There is I don't know, man. It's a shame that I wish it weren't so divisive, but I guess like all the billionaires are these days. So I don't know.
People used to love Elon. Like he used to be like people really
Tony
used to think he was
Stark.
like Tony Stark. But yeah, exactly. Like people really used to think he was Tony Stark.
Oh man, the funniest stuff pops me. Like that, like I don't know, Elon Musk is funny to me.
I mean, I don't know about any of the shady shit or anything like that. You know, if there is any, you know what I mean. I'm not one of those super Elon fans. That's the thing as well. Like Elon's got like super dick riders as well.
Nasty,
you know,
bro. Like,
so
Elon Musk fan, which is crazy.
What is
a fan of? Like, I understand why people are fans of Tony Khan, right? Like, I get it. Even though it gets weird at times, like he puts on a wrestling program that you love and shit. He's like putting himself out there as like part of the show and shit, but not really. So like. People are attracted towards him and become fans of TK, right? What does Elon Musk do?
I don't know. If you're like a big space nerd or something, you know, I guess. Like, I don't know, man.
Crazy, bro. Like people just like buy Teslas and I'm like, well, I guess I love Elon Musk now.
Yeah, the Teslas as well. People are like, oh, he's changed the car game. I don't know. 5222 again. Massively appreciated you.
Thank you so much, man. You've been going.
I don't know how people find 814k viewers bad and alarming. They were 4th place during NFL, NBA, and primetime TV. No program on TNT. No program on TNT. That's not NBA gets his number. Wrestling fans are always so dumb. It's just bad in comparison until what they do.
What I'll say is, it's not the end of the world like people are trying to make it seem like, but it's also not. Like the eye roll, like, oh, it's nothing shit that some people are trying to make it seem like. Like, yeah, being 4th place is not bad, right? Like, if they did 814k and we're like 15th, that would be a huge issue. Like, if just all this other shit was getting watched instead of AEW, that would be a big problem. But I will say that AEW is kind of cold right now, and the Elite coming back, and MJF maybe getting the belt put on him and shit. We'll get people a lot more interested because if there's someone who knows like how to go viral and shit, it's MJF. Like look at MJF's Twitter followers and compare them to a lot of the other people on the AEW roster that have never been in the WWE before, and even some of them who have been in the WWE. Like he's got way more followers than them. Like
yeah, he's popular, man.
Yeah, he's popular.
Legitimately,
guy, so
he's a legitimate draw, bro. Like if you look at the quarter hours, like he goes on about it. Like that's not a gimmick. Like he is a draw. Like every quarter hour he's on goes up. Like
we'll see how much movie that Von Erich movie makes.
Let's see if we can draw Hollywood. Put the belt on him. Bring the Elite back. Display them prominently. Keep putting on good TV. Numbers are fine, bro. They were still top 5. It's not a big deal.
No, you know, whatever. You know, I'm sure it'll bounce back.
All right.
You know, obviously, I think as well, like for a lot of people who look at the ratings or at least try to like keep up with them and like try to like get what they mean. People see it drop from like the 0.3 to 0.4 range, and as soon as they start seeing like the 2, they see the 2 and they're just like, oh no, I don't know, because obviously they drew the 0.29 and everyone had a meltdown about that a few weeks ago. Then obviously yesterday it was 0.28, and I don't know, man. Like I said, I think people see the 2 and.
I will say though, as someone who was paying way too much attention to this shit last year, the challenge is a big draw, like against AEW's demo and shit. Like there is a drop off when the challenge is on TV as opposed to when the challenge is not on TV. And they were like, I think they were number 5 right after AEW. So between that and like the NBA and shit, like there was competition on television. Like obviously it's not the competition that Raw faces on Mondays and shit with the NFL, but you can't say that they were just out there, nothing else was on TV, and they put up a stinker.
It's similar to what we were saying about the attendances, man. It's like, yeah, they've had some not bad shows, but like cold shows that felt a bit filler and stuff. And it's like eventually that catches up. It's like, and you've got Full Gear this weekend. We could have a new world champion. We could have the Elite back, and we could have like a whole, it's like the new season of AEW starting next Wednesday. Do you know what I mean? So it's like we'll see how things go from there. Obviously it's not promising to have like a low rating like that going into a pay-per-view, but you know, I guess we'll see how the pay-per-view numbers do. You know,
Right.
I think Dave Meltzer's over-under was 135,
which I thought was kind of high, but
yeah, it is kind of high considering everything that's gone on.
That's what he's putting at. Then I guess they feel pretty good about this pay-per-view, bro.
We'll see. We'll see, man. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
At the end of the day, my agenda is going to be fine because if MJF can't draw a big buy rate for his first main event, well, not his first main event. He's main evented a pay-per-view before, right?
No.
What was
he did.
He did.
That was the TV. That was TV.
Wasn't that TV?
No, it was against Moxley at I think it was Full Gear too. I think it was like the second Full Gear. No, the third Full Gear.
But it sounds right. I know that he'd done a title match with Moxley. I'm just not 100% sure if it was TV or not.
Everybody knew that first one. He was not.
It was All Out 2022. 2020.
This is different where MJF could really. This might be his real like crowning moment.
Yeah.
And legitimize everything that he's done the last 3 years and shit. So if he can't draw, bro, when people think that this is gonna be your big night, it's gonna be good for my agenda, little bro. I'm gonna get my shit off. MJF could have moved tickets. MJF could have pushed the buy rate. You tell me. Everybody say All Out 2020.
Yeah. Okay. So Dynamite. We'll jump back into Dynamite. Death Triangle versus Top Flight and AR Fox. This was a real fun match. It kind of delivered what it said on the tin, sort of thing. This got over really well. Especially on Twitter and stuff like that. After the match, AR Fox was offered a contract. This wasn't part of the show. It was uploaded to Twitter though. And what was on the show was Pat cut a promo, obviously hinting at the Elite for Full Gear. Basically called them out, and basically we got kind of like a clock. we got a big clock come up on the screen. And then the graphic came up, man. The Elite versus Death Triangle announced official for Full Gear. The Elite are officially back. Man. Like even though the hints in the video packages in recent weeks have been like blatantly obvious, you know, but it's now official. Death Triangle, the Elite Trios Championships that the Elite never lost in the first place. This Saturday, and really happy about it, to be honest, because my thing going into like this week was hoping that the Elite would wrestle on the show rather than just show up on the show. I didn't really want that, you know. Like I was saying to AO earlier, like it feels like that and the triple threat match have like really like brought the card together for me at least. And man, it's just good that they're actually going to be wrestling on the show. Obviously, it's going to be, you know, a great match as expected, and you know the boys are back. Charlie, your boys are back. How you feel?
I'm so excited. It's going to be a good match. I'm excited to see like Kenny's like obviously he had just come back, and now he's had like 2 extra months to like work out any final like issues that he may have had. Like it's going to be insane. It's going to be great. Like the match is going to be great. I don't care who wins. I'm just excited that they're back. Like,
I think I always mentioned it on a previous podcast before. It's like the idea of them going for the trios at that time when they were and when they won the bouts is like, that's great and everything. But it's like now that like we've had to go without Kenny again. It's like I feel like a lot of people. I think it's definitely more so on the Kenny side of the fandom. Do you know what I mean? Like people want the Kenny singles run again. Do you know what I mean? People want that shit again. But man, like I feel like whatever they do, it's going to be great because there's great trios in AEW. There's great tag teams for the Bucks to feud with, even though they have wrestled the majority of them, but still they can still just do that. They can just still do that round again, you know. And obviously Kenny Omega, it's like even though he was world champion for a year, it's like there's still so many matches for him that he could be doing in AEW. So it's like, you know, Manny. The Elite are back. I feel like your name and the look on your face says it all.
Mintagon. No, let me tell you, man. If you were on a stream with me at the Late Night Green yesterday, you saw how violently angry I got when like the graphic came out, like the Thanos came out and like they reappeared.
Mm-hmm.
I said, "God damn, bro, they're there backstage. Just can't come out. Why you get to get all cutesy with it? They're backstage, and you got Phoenix looking like a doofus right there, just turning around like that, like he's waiting for him to come out. And I'm just like, guys, you can't be having Phoenix look dumb out there. Just come out. Like I just lost it. I was like, man, all this artsy and craftsy elite lore Bray Wyatt shit, man. You know, just like
it's not Bray Wyatt shit.
It's
not. It's not.
I mean,
it's not the same.
He's kind of cooking.
No, let me tell you. This is what happened.
Wyatt shit.
The elite finally sat down. They watched the Avengers. They're finally catching up with all the Marvel movies. They finally caught up to the part where Thanos get the snap. They're like, "Oh my god, man, this is a good idea." And they're like, "Brandon Cutler, do the shit with that, edit it." And that's what happened.
Yeah, Manny is obviously being Manny, but he kind of does bring up he does bring up quite a valid point with him, like the whole like with everything that's gone on and like the anticipation for like the elite to be back, for them to kind of just do it on the big screen with the graphic is, you know,
might as well just kept it a surprise.
They want to do the big
shout out to Tiger Style Pro. They made a really good edit for the elite coming back and shit. It was really good. Manny's doing his bit. I don't know where Manny's bit ends and his real opinions start.
that's the art.
I really don't. I don't know if he's anti-elite right now because they might be taking Death Triangle straps. Or Manny, explain the gimmick too. Actually, don't explain the gimmick. That's part of the.
I wasn't even gonna do it anyways.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it.
I wasn't gonna do it anyways.
But if Death Triangle do lose the belts, it's really interesting for their story at the moment because of obviously they've been teasing this like split for like months and months,
right.
And Pac's just getting more and more desperate like to keep the belts, especially after he lost his one. So I think they're gonna lose them just because of it's gonna be like the catalyst for like what actually splits Death Triangle. But I'm excited. There's a lot with that story that people don't talk about. Like I think it's been really underrated what they've been doing with it.
Yeah, it's been there's definitely some interest of what's going to happen to it, you know, and I guess like when you're doing a story like that, that is the goal, you know. So, yeah, what did you guys think of the match though? We can't obviously skip it.
It was
I've been a big AR Fox fan for a very long time. He's one of my favorite indie wrestlers ever. I've made an edit for him in the past. Rest in peace, my old account. If you guys remember that edit, but him and Swerve Strickland had probably my favorite death match of all time. In Lucha Underground, it was best 2 out of 3 falls. It was like 3 stages of hell. I forgot the name that Lucha Underground gave the match, like Weapons of Mass Destruction, some shit, hell of a war match.
Lucha was a weird play.
Like, yeah. What's your favorite?
Swerve was running around as kill shot. Like it was. Yeah.
AR Fox actually had a really good GCW match this year. Probably the only GCW match that I liked against probably the only Blake Christian match that I liked. Yeah, a match against Blake Christian that I really liked.
Yeah.
He worked CZW a lot. He worked Swerve in CZW. He worked think of a match. Think of a throwback that people should go watch right now.
Kwame said that he had a good they had a good match against the Inner City Machine Guns for PWG's All-Star Weekend 9. Day 1.
He had a match with Ricochet. He went crazy. I forget where the fuck it was at though.
He's been around for a minute though, man.
Shout out to Kwame, bro.
He's been around for a minute, AR Fox.
Yeah, he's been around for a long ass
I think they even said as much on AEW. I think on the commentary they said something like he's been around for 15 years, blah blah blah. So
he has a match with Keith Lee. That's not that old actually in Evolve. Go watch that match. You go find it. AR Fox versus Keith Lee. It was fucking amazing.
Yeah, man. He's a mover, and you know, he's gonna be in AEW. It looks like going forward more consistently. It looks like he's been offered the contract. So yeah, man. Obviously, Darius and Dante Martin there together again, which is always good to see because Darius has been so plagued with injuries and stuff like that. So it's always like, for me at least, it's always like a pop to just kind of see him in there with Dante.
I like Darius a lot, man. I like Darius a lot. He came back. He got his shit off. He looks good. He looks athletic.
Stay off the motorcycles.
Every time he gets injured, bro. Every time he gets injured, I get scared. I'm like, yo, like, is Darius not gonna be able to like jump anymore? Like, but nah, bro, he still had his bunnies and shit. He looked good out there. He looked like a real athlete and shit. He's back. Hopefully, he's done getting injured. Hopefully, he can finally have a real run and shit. Like TK said that he had real plans for Top Flight before Darius got hurt. And you could tell like they structured the match around Darius's return. They had a tag team battle royale. He was in the finals with was it Nick or was it Matt?
It was Matt.
It was Matt. Oh yeah, it was like him and Matt were like the last two and shit. It was really good, bro. Yeah. So
the elimination spot was really cool.
Yeah, that was really cool. I remember that now.
That cool thing that Arrow Fox did where he did like the running off the ring post.
The running off the ring post, shooting star press.
Yeah, that Matrix spot. Yeah, that was awesome.
He's great.
Yeah, he can do a lot of stuff.
That he does too is fucking. This shit is so tough. I'm happy he signed, bro. It's a long time coming. It was over some bullshit, bro. Like people just aren't allies like Big AO is an ally, bro. It's sad, son.
Shout out to Real Hangman.
Oh yeah, shout out to the Real Hangman. He's in here. Popping in real quick. All as well. Rest in peace, Twitter. The guy under backup Hangman name is an imposter. We said he was an imposter earlier, Hangman. But now that you say it, we're not gonna call him an imposter. That's a real Hangman, bro. You're a fucking imposter, little boy. That's a fact.
Yeah, man. Good match. Good to see that AR Fox has been signed. It's just like, for me, it's like AEW literally have like 150 wrestlers or something, and it's like, at what point do you just like stop signing wrestlers? And so I'm very critical of like everyone that they bring in these days. But like with AR Fox, it's like, it's all right.
AEW is going back to the basics. They're going back to not signing NXT merchants, WWE merchants. They're just
saying, bro.
They're getting down to earth.
They can still go, bro. Get new people over. Stop with these black and gold shitters, son. Like,
and the funny thing too is AR Fox is only 35, so he's still very young, and I can see him competing for a couple of titles. So
AR Fox, follow me on Twitter again, man. I'm sorry for making.
He could definitely go. He could definitely go over, man.
I'm never gonna make fun of Theory again, bro. Just follow me back, bro. I'm sorry.
But it's so funny. I hope we get an AR Fox and Matt Sydal match because like Matt Sydal is the Top Flight's coach, and he hasn't been there. So I thought that was kind of interesting.
Was he written off TV?
No, I don't know what happened to Sydal. I think he got hurt and then just like never came back to TV.
Hurt, bro.
Sydal's the man, bro. Like
I love Matt Sydal.
He's genuinely underrated.
Ever since Airborne, bro, I've been a Matt Sydal merchant.
Sydal's genuinely underrated, bro. Like he gets thrown around a lot these days, but like Sydal's like so like smooth and just.
But then he'll remind everybody when he gets like a match on television with like real time and shit. Like after the Danielson match, everybody's like Sydal. He's like, nah, bro, he's been this good for a long time. People just meme him because of the shooting star press spot at his debut and shit, and because it's just like another small flippy white guy. He doesn't do flips no more, but you know what I mean. Like people are just like, oh, okay.
I'm not gonna forget the day I found out Matt Bourne and Matt Sydal were the same people.
Evan Bourne.
Evan Bourne. Matt Bourne.
Exactly. But they look completely different. Like Evan Bourne was a lot more muscular. He had the short hair and shit. They look like two different people.
My bad. Matt Bourne's the guy that does the crazy killings in that movie.
Is it Matt Bourne?
Is he? I was gonna say, is he?
I don't think it's Matt Bourne, bro. It's Jason Bourne.
It's Jason Bourne.
Yo, you're over 3, bro. Like, Matt Bourne doesn't sound like
you're messing up. Miss hella free throws there, bro.
Over 3, bro.
The next thing on Dynamite was the Ricky Starks promo. Obviously, we spoke about him earlier. Then next up, we had Bandito versus Ethan Page, which we did kind of talk about earlier when we were talking about Ethan Page. But just quickly, overall thoughts, Charlie, Bandito versus Ethan Page.
I enjoyed the match, but I think that's just because I really like Bandito more than like the match itself.
Yeah.
I get why Ethan Page won, but I wasn't exactly pleased about it.
Yeah. It kind of felt like expected as soon as we saw the bracket, to be honest. So at least we had like a week or so to prepare for it, you know.
Yeah.
Manny, what's your thoughts on the Bandito Page match?
I thought the match sucked until it became a Bandito match. The last like 4 minutes, and when those 4 matches are up, Ethan Page looked like he was gassed and like he couldn't go anymore. So I mean, if you just watch the final 4 minutes, it's a great 4-star vibe match. So here you go.
It was inoffensive. I'm just happy that Bandito's finally on TBS. Yes. Honestly, I'm not gonna start crying. We all knew Ethan Page was getting pushed. So when the bracket was dropped, we knew he was doing the job. It wasn't even really guaranteed that Bandito was gonna make it to the second round, really. So yeah, I'm not gonna complain right now. The match could have been better, but Bandito got his shit off. Ethan Page is Ethan Page. Yeah.
I thought it was ridiculous, those big AEW logos he had on the side of his pants. I said, come on, bro, what are you doing?
I loved it.
I didn't even notice that. Yeah. I didn't notice that.
It was kind of beast. It was kind of beast.
It was so good.
Joseph, when I was watching with Joseph was like, why does he have those so big? And I said, I think he might be covering up the PWG Gorilla logo that's on the side of his pants or something.
Probably.
He's just happy to be there. I love
old tights. Yo, get PWG tights or trunks is kind of nasty, son.
Cody.
That's nasty.
And Cody got eliminated in the first round on Bolo too.
Bro, you thought Super Dragon was gonna twerk for you just because you put fucking PWG on the fucking trunks?
Funny. Well, yo, Mad King 1984 199. Appreciate you. Seidel, Trent, Riho, most stepped on wrestlers in AEW. Yeah, they're all great. All of them are great.
Always forget how good Trent is. And Rio, I don't know if Rio slept on.
Yeah,
she's very popular. Always gets a huge pop. I don't think
Rio slept on.
Weird, bro. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know, man. Like with Rio, like, everyone likes her, but like she's legitimately like one of the best women's wrestlers in America. Like,
yeah.
Straight off.
Well, yeah. If you put it that way, like her, she doesn't get as much love as she should compared to her.
Yeah, she's insanely good, man.
I don't know if that's true or not because like as soon as the news came out, like Sasha, like the rumor, like Sasha coming to AEW, everybody just fancy booked her against Riho right away.
That's true. It's a weird case.
Yeah.
Either way, she's great.
Real kind of gets some like out of sight, out of mind treatment from fans. It's like if she's not around, then people don't really think of her unless you're a Josie pervert fan. So and that shout out to Jordan Patu.
I was about to say his name.
My laptop's at the job. Let me get my charger. I'm gonna be right back.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, man. Either way, Riho. It's Riho, man. She's great. One of the best, like I was saying. What did we have next? Jungle Boy, Christian, Luchasaurus promo. Is anybody excited for this Luchasaurus versus Jungle Boy cage match on Saturday?
A long time ago.
I just want to see Luchasaurus do a moonsault.
Live chat, talk to me. How do you feel about Luchasaurus versus Jungle Boy in a cage match? I need to know how people feel about this. So while we wait for some answers.
Who are you, WrestleClips?
Who is it? Do we not? This is what always happens in this show. Like, someone comes in with a gimmick, and we don't know who it is.
Who are you, bro? I don't bully anyone though, bro. I just spread love. I like the idea of Luchasaurus versus Jungle Boy in the steel cage. I like moves. I think they're gonna do moves.
Yes,
I think it's gonna be interesting. I don't know.
Should bleed.
I don't know. Yeah. Jungle Boy should bleed 100%.
No, Luchasaurus. I feel like Luchasaurus should bleed.
No.
Just somehow try pull that off.
The image of Pretty Boy Jungle Jack Perry bleeding in that fucking match, bro. It could be.
And all the blood in his hair, that would go viral.
All right, Charlie, let's all relax for a second.
No,
I hope he's a good. I hope he's a good bleeder, man. I hope he's a good bleeder.
Relax for a second.
Charlie's turning into a vampire.
I'm being bullied. I was just elaborating on your point.
But yeah, anyway, like I was saying, I hope Jungle Boy's a good bleeder, you know?
Yeah, bro. I think that image would do a lot for him. Like, continuing to transform from like being Jungle Boy to Jungle Jack Perry and shit, Jungle Man. So make that nigga bleed, bro.
I hope Luchasaurus is wearing a different kind of mask that night because, like, I don't know if Jungle Boy can be able to rip that mask off or even tear it because I don't know if it's made out of like a foam or something. Because I hope both guys are bleeding and all that because we need a bloodbath.
Make that match graphic, bro.
I need like a chunk. I need like Jungle Boy to like take a chunk out of Luchasaurus's mask, and
Oh, you
like
say his hair.
that's where he bleeds. You know, like a lucha match, like a mask versus mask match.
It's like tear it apart. That'd be great.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think it's one of those matches that I'll be honest, like I'm not excited for it or anticipating it like at all. But like in the moment, like I said, they're probably just gonna do moves, and if they bleed, I'll pop. And I'm sure as long as it don't go too long or anything, like a Triple H cage match, then I'm sure we'll be fine. So, yeah, there was a promo putting that over. Then there was another promo video. This time it was Eddie and Ortiz going back and forth with Jun Akiyama and Takeshita. Putting over their match for this Friday on Rampage. Obviously, like we mentioned earlier, we hope it ends up turning out to be, Nakayama versus Kingston match on the pay-per-view as well, which would be great. But even just this tag match, man, like as soon as it got announced last week, like Twitter was fired up, we was fired up. Akiyama in AEW, part.
People were like, yo, let's make this happen, let's make this happen. Why is this not happening? But did anybody really think that it was ever gonna happen? I didn't. Like, no. I thought it was gonna be
as soon as Moxley said it to Tony at that press conference, I was like,
oh yeah. Well, I'm talking about like when Soup just got to AEW, right? And like they announced the DDT partnership, and they were like, oh, like anything DDT related will be uploaded to Wrestle Universe. They were like, everybody's like, yo, so let's get Jun Akiyama on Dynamite. Let's get him on AEW television. And so people have been like wanting this since then, but I didn't know if it was really gonna happen or not. I was just like, yo, we can get this done. We gotta get this done.
Yeah, it's real dream match shit.
Yeah,
and that's like one of the that is for me like, like let's be honest, like people say I'm a hater on AEW as stuff all the time. I'm not, It's just like when we do podcasts and we have to review things, like you have to pick these little things out, I guess. Do you know what I mean? So it's like when you do it so much, I guess it can come across a certain way. It's like this is genuinely one of my favorite things about AEW is kind of like the match, the dream match, like prospects that genuinely cannot be brought to life, and like this is a perfect example of it. And if that does end up leading to an Eddie versus Akiyama singles match, then it's like that's what I mean. My heart is happy, So
I always figured it was gonna happen because Tony's a big wrestling fan, and none of the pillars wrestle besides Akiyama, so I felt like he was eventually going to use him. And then the Mox was at a recent indie show, I forgot which one it was. I think it might have been Revolver, where he said he booked Akiyama and he also booked Muda. And so I don't know what he means about that. If they're going to come to AEW again and wrestle, or they're going to wrestle at Revolver. So I'm really looking forward to what Mox has up his sleeve, because it seems like he's the one leading all the change and all. He's the one behind all the scenes behind all this. So I'm really excited that he's wrestling. He's helping backstage now, because I feel like we're gonna be seeing a lot of cool things from them.
Yeah, that's all I want to see with AEW, man. Just do cool shit, And that's like I said, like this. That's what this story, summarizes. It really puts a light on what AEW can do, Yeah,
because they can do all the stuff that WWE doesn't do, and I mean, what makes them special compared to WWE is that they don't have to steal talent from other promotions. They can just use them, and then on top of that, they have the 6-man's tags over them too. So I hope that I really hope that they separate themselves from WWE with that and make the 6-man's like their thing, because we should be seeing those on Rampage and Dynamite almost every week.
Like, make a real 6-man division, bro. Like, have teams that are getting pushed, teams that aren't getting pushed, teams that like have a story away from the title and shit.
It's even like with the tournament, man. It's like as soon as people like started to assume that like the trios were gonna come soon, like people started fantasy booking like how the tournament would look, and it would have like the Blackpool Combat Club in it, and and like the tournament, especially the side with Aussie Open on it, was like incredible, But it's like there was a couple filler matches on it. Let's be honest. I don't know. They definitely have the roster to build
like come on, man. Like
that's what I mean. Like they definitely have the roster to build like crazy trios division. So
like the way that fans have been fantasy booking this trio tournament for so long, and then what we actually got was, I'm not gonna call it disappointing, because like you said, Aussie Open,
it was sickening
stars during that tournament. The Elite killed it. It was just like, come on, bro. Like, it could have been something way.
It was a bracket of two sides.
Bro. Like, let's have real tournaments, bro. Like, let's have like, I'm not saying we gotta like do pageants and shit, and, like opening ceremonies, but like, let's have a little bit of pomp and circumstance. Like, let's do something.
I wanted to see like what they do in like the lucha, like if you ever look at those old lucha trios, all the luchadors come out with like a lady with them, and like there's like trophies and like
with the New Japan Cup and stuff as well, man. Like the New Japan Cup, it's just a huge cup, and it's like they'll bring out like Stardom, they'll bring 2 Stardom wrestlers for the final to like give flowers. So it's just like this. There's all like pomp and circumstance with it that like AEW kind of like. Feels like they don't kind of get it, you know. It's like the same with like the biggest like glaring one I'd say was the Owen tournament. You know, it's like that could have felt like so much more, and it's like it just didn't. You know?
Hopefully they're like learning from this shit, and they're just like, all right, we didn't quite like nail it the first time, but next year we're gonna get it done. Like it got to a point where I wasn't even expecting Owen Hart's widow, I forget her name. Is it Jill?
Martha
Hart.
Manny, for fuck's sake.
Jill Biden. But I was getting to the point. I was like, yo, I was happy to see her get like a speech at the end and like be able to like, talk and like how she was grateful about the tournament and like and talk about Owen and talk about how it was nice that he's associated with wrestling again. Like it was Peach. Why are you you know what? All right, you know what? No mind. If they had something like that at the beginning. And like had like all the teams, or all the wrestlers in the ring and shit, and like showed the trophy from the beginning of the belts and shit. It would have felt like a much bigger deal than it was.
Yeah, definitely. AJ said in the chat, Julia giving Ospreay's flowers at G1 was so bad. Like it was, man. It was just cool. It's just a cool visual, you know. Like it just was.
I always like. I always say for AEW, like since it's like, it really bothers me because Tony's like a huge fan, and I know he's watched wrestling like his entire life, and he's watched every like promotion on every continent. It's just like, bro, come on, have Tony Schiavone or have somebody come out there with a book and they just like do introductions, you know, like how they used to do in Pro matches or in Japan matches. They have in Mexico matches. They have like they bring out a book and they just read names like a ceremony, opening ceremony, and then like the wrestlers are just waiting ringside. And like for your big matches, like. Do little stuff like that, or like in soccer where they have the kids come out with the players, you know.
Like NC Apple Dummy said, Stardom had everyone on the stage in these beautiful kimonos, and they all got a roll call for the 5-star Grand Prix. It was such a beautiful ceremony. Like, yeah, bro, like have these niggas out there in like suits and shit. Like,
come on.
You know what? Actually,
fans will think it's important.
Where are we? We are 2 hours 17 minutes in. Yeah, and Tony Khan, I know that you've got someone that watches all the wrestling podcasts and gives you notes on them. I know that. So if whoever does that for Tony, if you're watching this, clip the last 2 minutes. We need some more.
Yeah.
We need some more pageantry with these tournaments, man. Like we need.
Don't worry, Monte. I'll be on the streets of Final Battle, and I'll be asking these hard questions to Tony.
Asking the hard-hitting questions.
I'm gonna be like the only guy in the media scrum too. Like the only. I'm just gonna be sitting there with my one chair, like, oh, what question do you have for Tony? Like, hey, where's the pageantry? Where is it?
Yeah, get on him. You know, we gotta get to the bottom of this. We're gonna take credit for it. You know,
I'm gonna be like Tony. Why don't you just change the ropes? Where's the pink rope? Where is it? You know, like just
Man is like cooking. He knows the assignment. But yeah, back to the Akiyama thing in AEW. It's like I said, it's one of the things that I really like. I've always loved about AEW, and it's like Manny said, it's like they should really lean more into that strength, because it's like AEW, I feel like last year when they were bringing everyone in, and a lot of the wrestlers they should have definitely been bringing in, people were just calling them like debut merchants. You know what I mean? Debut pop merchants, blah blah blah, and it's just like, you know, every if you look at in the past like 30 odd years, like every hot period in wrestling has had loads of debuts. Like, you know, the Monday Night Wars was debuts both ends. You know, it was going great, especially on the WCW side when they were blowing off. Then it's like even in more recent history, it's like when NXT was really like just completely taking over the indies, it was always debuts showing up, but like we're hyping everyone up. AEW when they first started in from 2019 to like 2021. Every week it was like, you know, it was I had a lot of momentum. It was a hot promotion, and a lot of it was around like debuts. Who's going to show up? You don't know what's going to happen. And even recently with WWE, like with the new momentum they've found, with like being, you know, they've kind of got like the in football, soccer, it's called like the new manager bounce, when the new coach comes in and the team starts playing well again. Like that's kind of what WWE's had with Triple H. But on top of that, you bring in loads of different people back, and it's like it just creates like this heat, and you know, it's just like I said, there's a lot of periods in times where like debuts are a big part of a promotion that has a lot of momentum and a hot promotion at the moment. So when people were using it as like a diss on AEW, it's like I get where they're trying to come from, because you don't want to just rely on hoping someone new can come in, you know. But at the same time, it's like if you can keep upgrading your roster and do fun things with debuts, then do it, because of course. Then to finally, sorry, man, but so like to the actual point is AEW, because they can bring in your Jun Akiyamas and stuff like that. Like they can do that without actually having to like sign a bunch of people. Like if you bring in Jun Akiyama for a week, he can just go back to DDT. Like we're all gonna pop for it. We're gonna like love it. We just spoke about it for how long, but that's a big advantage that AEW has. Like they don't necessarily have to sign loads of people. They can just bring pops over. Do you know what I mean? They can just do that shit. So that's enough of my backup Hangman level rant. But yeah, man, I love it.
How many debuts? How many debuts? I'm not even gonna say debuts. How many returning acts do you feel like are giving, are leaving a good imprint on WWE television right now?
None.
Braun Strowman.
I
think they've done a good job with him, honestly. But Braun Strowman's just his own worst enemy. You know? Gargano is obviously a good addition because it's Gargano.
Has Gargano done anything like of note?
No.
Not really. He had a cool tag match when he was with Owens, but like in terms of like matches and actually stuff he's done, it's, you know.
Yeah, he hasn't had a good match besides the tag. But I was gonna say, like, I think the Akiyama and Takeshita and Eddie Kingston Ortiz match is gonna go long, because if I'm not mistaken, there's only 2 matches announced for Rampage. So it's not somebody asking, what am I gonna ask Samoa Joe? I'm gonna ask him, who can win a real fight, the Samoan submission machine or a real submission machine, and see what he's gonna say.
He's gonna ask you what the fuck a real submission machine is.
Yeah, I know.
Manny's gonna get us barred from all AEW events. Somebody in the chat asked why they're still doing media scrums. Media scrums are good business for AEW.
So I can go.
There's a lot of quotes that go viral. There's videos that go viral. DG and the Yuta moment went viral and shit. A meme came out of it because Jay Shell's mom was not expecting that at all, and she got worked and got frightened. That was a hilarious clip that was all over Twitter. I don't know. It's just there's no reason not to. You don't expect a madman to just try to burn your company at the ground during a media scrum. It's not really something you can prepare for, but I don't think you should just switch around your business model because you're giving somebody a live mic every week, no matter what. So if they want to get their shit off, they're going to do it eventually. It doesn't have to be in a media scrum.
You know, CM Punk was the only madman that went crazy. Tony Storm also dissed Thunder Rosa on that.
That's really not looked at all because of what CM Punk did. Tony Storm buried Thunder Rosa in that scrum, bro.
Bro, that whole situation's weird. Like, they both take shots at each other in podcasts, and like you said, the media scrum, and it's like, I don't know. Like Tony's whole thing is like she has to be labeled as the interim, even though Thunder Rosa's not around and stuff. And it's like when you're in Tony's position, it's like Thunder Rosa's in podcast saying she don't know when she's gonna come back. Just take the belt off her, bro. Like I'm sure she isn't gonna be that offended. She don't even know when she's coming back.
It's a nasty situation because it's just like the people on Twitter would just be so nasty about CM Punk being allowed to keep his belt while Rosa being stripped. Even though they have no clue when Rosa's coming back. Apparently Rosa doesn't know. I mean, Rosa's telling people that she wants to be back in January. But that's apparently not a sure
take
thing.
all the time you need.
So I'm crying. But
I'm not even that bad of a hater.
It's fucked up because there's a real chance that Tony Storm does not retain Saturday, and it's a shame that her first run's only an interim run. But she'll be back. She's young as hell. She's only like 26, 27. She's young as fuck. So
I'm rooting for Tony Storm here. Where this is a Tony Storm household, and she's gonna go in there and beat Jamie. So
man, you have the craziest cowlick right now, bro. What is going on with your hair?
I was wearing a beanie, then a hat. I was trying to hide it.
Yeah. We had Anna JAS versus Tony Storm. This is kind of like, a little warm-up match for Tony. We were just talking about Tony and Thunder. Obviously,
how could Tony warm up with this?
Unfortunately, I looked at my phone the entire match. I'm sorry, y'all.
I
watched this before the podcast, and I didn't even do it on purpose. I was not looking at my phone the entire match on purpose, but I did end up looking at my phone the entire match. So I don't know, bro. I have nothing to say about it.
I watch Anna Jay and I say, man, for someone that's on TV so much, how do you regress every time you're on there? She's taking this sports entertainment gimmick to the extreme, and I'm just like, go the other way. I'm just
the streets will never forget that match that she had with Jade Cargill. It was actually good.
Son, yeah. Oh yeah, that one spot that she's doing now, where she like does like a forward roll and then like a kick. Yeah. Stop it. Anna, don't do that.
Nasty.
She can't do it smoothly. Every time she does it, it just looks worse.
Look, she's dating Jungle Boy, a hooper. Come on, get in the ring with him. Learn some moves, just like Tay's learning. Some bad habits with Sammy. Just go the opposite.
I think it was the first match when she joined the Appreciation Society, and she was like real heel. She was like really healing it up, and like she looked like a solid heel worker, and like. Now it kind of feels a bit more like disjointed, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's not like she's some 10-year pro where this is like an absolute disgrace.
She's not even 2 years in yet. I think she's only like 2 years in.
Exactly.
She just got 2 years or something, but I don't know. I like Anna Jay kind of. I want to see her do well. She's not very good right now. Jordan Part 2 is like she's someone who would benefit greatly if AEW had a loan system, but like we've said in the past, like it's hard to tell Americans to, all right, we're employing you, so go live in this other country for 6 months to a year for your career's sake. They're gonna tell you to fuck off. So
yeah, that's when you show them the door and say, "Here you go."
You're not good enough.
Have fun in NXT.
Yeah, Tony versus Jamie on Saturday. If I had to guess, I'd say that the bookmakers have probably got this quite close on who they think's going to win.
Yeah.
Who do you guys think's going to win, Jamie or Tony?
Well, I was
Charlie,
so I'm not going to give a guess.
Yeah, I'm not going to comment on this one.
I was winning, but,
Monty, pull up DraftKings. Tell me what the odds are.
So they're close, bro. It was like I think
it is. I think
Tony Storm is like -125 and Jamie Hayter is -110, something like that.
How does gambling work for like wrestling? Like,
so they have insiders to tell the results.
Yeah, no, I know, but what if you're like someone like scoops and you're just like, all right, I'm just gonna bet the odds,
So the thing is,
then you win.
No, but
until your account gets blocked.
They don't they really blocked my Varnado account for no reason. I don't bet on wrestling either, so it's not like they were able to what it's called. But the thing that what they do is they make it so you can't get rich off of betting wrestling. Like you can't do parlays.
Mm-hmm.
They don't let you do a parlay. They minimize how much money you could spend. Like,
max bet's like £20.
Yeah, bro. Like,
that's just sucks. What's the point of doing it?
So even if you had the entire thing and you bet like every pay-per-view, you're not gonna make any real money off of it.
Yeah, and the thing, as good as it gets, like you can't really make, like I said, you can't really make any like crazy money off it. But like in the UK, like you can do like parlay sort of things where you can like bet on like 4 different things in one bet, and they'll give you like special offer odds. I It's like there's always a catch. Like there'll be one thing in it that's just not gonna happen, you know. Like, but that's probably as good as it gets. But even still, like the most you can win is like £150.
Joshi Lovey Pervert,
£20.
Jordan Patu said, "You could loan Anna out and still have her work in America. She might actually benefit from running Impact." I agree. She would benefit from running Impact.
Who can she wrestle on Impact? Who she wrestle on the Indies? I mean, she can do that on the.
She could wrestle Jordan Grace.
Impact does have good workers. The extent to how good their women's division is very overstated. But they do have good wrestlers. And I think just wrestling more often, even if they're not the best wrestlers, would help her a lot. Like getting real reps that are not like squash matches.
Look at Sky Blue. She's been putting the work in.
Yes,
it like shows.
a million indie days, and she's getting better.
Yeah.
So none of you guys watch Impact. I don't even watch Impact, but I know that they're doing this thing with like the next person who beats Mickie James retires her, and
retires.
a lot of people thought it was going to be like Chelsea Green.
Chelsea out of here.
But obviously, Mickey's just beat Chelsea Green, I think. Obviously, a lot of people think Deanna, but like Deanna could be on her way out as well, and she's also already just done like quite a long feud with Deanna. So it's like I don't know where they're going with this.
Has spoke on Deanna Purrazzo. Obviously they're very good friends, and he's like every time he speaks on like Deanna to the Fed and shit, he like brings up the fact that like like Deanna's been in the Fed and she's been booked directly by Triple H, and he refused to use her. So not everybody's wishing to like run back to WWE just because Triple H is in charge. And obviously maybe he got that directly from Deanna, and he was doing some real reporting, as in, but pretend like he wasn't. Maybe he's not. I don't know. That the bag would be a lot better than, but she has to shut down her OnlyFans if she takes that job. I don't know, bro. I don't know. But
can't have that.
Maybe don't expect Deanna to go back.
No, I'm just kidding. No, but she's already main event in Dynamite too, so she already has in with AEW. So, and she's also keeps hinting at the match with Britt, but Chelsea kept doing the same thing, and Chelsea's heading back to the Fed. So, I don't know.
Yeah, the couples love the Fed, bro. I'm telling you,
they do love the Fed.
Yeah,
man.
It seems like an easy, but whatever. Last thing on Dynamite was the closing segment, which started off as a Mox promo, included MJF, the firm, etc. They felt like the last push before we get to the Full Gear main event, which is obviously Jon Moxley versus MJF for the world title. As I was talking about earlier, I guess this is kind of looked at as like the big one for MJF. Even if he doesn't come out with the bout, it would be like shocking if he didn't. You know what I mean? Like this is MJF's like big main event moment, regardless of what happens. So obviously Mox came out. He cut a promo. He cut a promo on Max about kind of just dressing him down. Kind of picked him apart, sort of thing. And then Stokely comes out. The phone comes out. They attack Moxley. Then MJF makes the save, like the biggest baby face in the business.
MJF is fucking jacked now, bro.
Yeah. He's huge, bro. He's huge. He's always been in good shape, but like this year, he's huge, bro. He's huge
now. Honestly, he had no excuse to not be in this good of shape before. Because nigga, you never fucking wrestle. The least you could do is diet and exercise, my nigga. But yeah, he's putting in the work now. Can't complain. Motherfucker looks good.
Yeah, man. Then after MJF makes his big babyface save, MJF cuts a promo on Mox while Mox is kind of selling a little bit. Mox eventually gets up and they kind of go back and forth on the mic, and they sell the pay-per-view, bro. That's what they do. It's what they're meant to do. It's what they should be doing as the main event. Two big stars. Moxley's obviously it's not his first rodeo. MJF, it's not his, even though how young he is and stuff. They know what they're doing in these spots, man. And I thought that given the ball in this segment, I feel like they delivered. It definitely helped sell the pay-per-view more for me, at least, anyway. And I was quite hyped for Mox versus MJF anyway. So yeah, man, it was good stuff. Manny, what did you think of the closing Dynamite segment?
Jon Moxley's ridiculous, man. How can he sell for that long to those bums, man? Just like Come on, Mox.
Bro,
Like,
did you
he
watch?
sold it
Bro,
like
did
he
you
was
watch
dead.
him? Did you watch him? Man?
Yes,
When they were punching him and stuff, he was just kind of like lying there, just like whatever.
Moxley is way too nice. Like, he's taking worse beatings than that in his matches, and he gets right back up like nothing's happened. I'm like, come on, bro. Like, you can't fire up or something. I don't like. And then Morrissey, man, what a he put a Parsons out there. He just finessed them out there. He just goes out there, shows up with Stokely, and just collects paychecks.
You say Morrissey's stealing? Man,
Yeah, he's stealing from him.
He's stealing? That's crazy. I'm not ready to call him a thief yet. I will say that he has been a whole bunch of nothing so far. My favorite part of his AEW run was him randomly showing up in GCW, honestly. So
he's like Marvez. They show up to work once in a while, get paid, and they just don't show up any other time.
Yo, speaking of Marvez, right? That Marquez nigga, right? Not Marvez, but Marquez, the one who works NWA.
Oh,
people were calling him racist in his replies. What did he say about niggas, bro? How is he racist? I missed this.
Well, no, I think because he just shitted on Nick Aldis. That's pretty much what it was.
No, people were saying he hates black people.
Oh, I don't know about that.
It's like,
I'm gonna do some digging.
Oh,
not Alex Marvez, Marquez from NWA, the nigga who holds the mic for the NWA.
He runs wrestling from Hollywood.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know, bro. It's some
indies everywhere, bro.
Actually, I think that indies on TV. You know, have you guys ever seen WoW on TV?
I've never seen it on TV, but I did watch an episode on YouTube. It was interesting.
Bro, I have. Are they filmed like in a warehouse? Like I finally saw it out in the wild, and I said, "Man, who are they paying to come for these events? Like, who are they just dragging out of the streets?"
You know the crowds are like extras, right? Those aren't actual wrestling fans.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
They're like paid extras to sit there and be enthusiastic. They like send out like casting calls for crowds and shit.
How much does something like that pay? Because I don't know,
like
depending on
not even $30.
Oh, I got better time to do my day than that.
Hey, man, fuck it.
Yeah,
what you see.
These tweets.
You get $30, you get some food.
These tweets are gonna write themselves, man. You know, just I gotta go out there and
fuck it, bro. Yeah. Order some Grubhub.
Yeah, man. Mox MJF. Who we got?
I got Moxley.
I could very easily see I don't know who wins this. I could see Moxley retaining, but I'm gonna just go with MJF.
Charlie.
I genuinely don't know. I'm excited for the match. Though.
Peak, you coward.
I do think MJF's gonna win.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Mox.
Wow.
Yeah,
give Mox his poor vacation. Give poor Mox his vacation, man. Like facts. Give Mox his vacation. Yeah. He's earned it.
But
he's more than earned it.
I think there's a detail to the story that they're trying to tell that they're not told us yet.
I feel like there's another gear that they want to go into.
So I'm telling you anything. MJF's gonna lose, and he's gonna win that title when his contract's supposedly gonna end, and then he's gonna do he's copying
2024, bro. They're gonna run this all the way till 2024.
Oh shit, man! I thought it was 2023 already.
No, man.
No. You still got over 12 months.
Even before I ever do the WrestlePurists podcast, right? When we were just kicking it in spaces and shit, right? I've been talking about how much I don't care about like this bidding war 2024 shit. It's like you're just gonna drag out this saying. You're gonna drag out. Oh, am I leaving? Am I going for 2 more years, bro? It's gonna get so
when we
old.
know he's staying.
Like, it's gonna get so old.
Yeah.
But we don't know it, but like it's very fairly assumed that he's staying. You know, so
yeah. At this point, I'm 100%. I'm positive that he's resigned for more years. There's no way that TK gave him more money and was like, "Yeah, you just bend me over and then leave in 2024, and I'm gonna give you a main event push too." That makes no sense.
I bet you think TK gave him that baseball contract where it's like 6 years, you know, like $3 million or something like that.
And it's literally just the $3 million divided by 6. It's not $3 million a year.
Yeah.
TK's low key corny enough to do it, bro.
I don't know, but he's also like, I won't call him a mark, but like he's also like a big enough fan to just kind of just be like, fuck it, like like AO's like, there's no way he's giving more money and not made him. But I don't know, man. TK is.
You think he's that much of a?
He's fucking crazy, bro.
The thing is, there's no way to stop it once you give in to MJF. The floodgates just fucking open, bro, and then everybody's gonna be like, "You fucking Mark, I need more money and no additional years right now." Like everybody who's like ever drew AEW a dime, I'm saying like, Eddie keeps leveling up. Yo, we're 2 likes away from 100. Two people, please get us to 100 real fast. 1 like away. Somebody get us.
If you haven't liked already and you've been in here like, the whole time, like, come on. We put this is nearly as long as like the Full Gear pay-per-view, you know. I'm saying, we're putting those numbers, bro.
Speaking of Full Gear, our first ever post show this Saturday.
We're doing a post show.
I don't know who's gonna be there, but I'm gonna be there. Monty's probably gonna be there. I don't know who else is gonna be there. So tap in with us.
Tap in, man. Tap in. We're looking to do a Full Gear. Obviously, we spoke about Full Gear as well. We kind of done like a preview as we was doing the Dynamite review.
I might do a watch along.
Manny wants to do a watch along for.
Manny's watch along could either be disastrous.
I don't know if I'll be able to actually set it up, and also doing a watch along into a post show. I don't know how that would actually play out, but what I want to do real quick, because we have got one last super chat before I wrap up everything. Another one for Far 5222 $10.
Thank you, yo.
Women's wrestling in America is just bad to serviceable. Women's wrestling in America is just bad to serviceable, and only a handful of great workers in America. They overthink their spots and transition, and people are afraid to critique them online. I think the latter part, where you talk about there is a lot of women who you can visibly see them overthinking and kind of getting lost out there in the spots and the transitions. Yeah. And there is definitely a big spot of like fans online who are afraid to critique them and jump down people's necks when they are critiqued, etc., etc. That's all true, but women's wrestling in America being bad to serviceable with only a handful of great workers, I can't get on board with it. I can't.
No, I don't agree with that.
There's plenty of like great women's wrestlers on all the rosters, whether that's WWE, AEW, Impact. Like, there's strong women's divisions in terms of on paper in all of them. Now, are all of them booked great? Definitely not, you know. But in terms of as individual talents, looking at them on paper, there is so many good women's wrestlers over here, man. Well, I say over here, I'm in the UK, in the US.
Name them.
Yeah. Like I said, there's parts of the comments I agree with, and there's parts I don't.
I think there's a lot of good women's wrestlers, but women's wrestling in North America is not to the point where
it's nowhere near what it should be.
2.5 major companies, and all 3 of the rosters can be deep at the same time. Like AEW's, like the top of AEW's roster is as good as the top of anybody's roster, like work rate wise, right? Talent wise. But you don't think so?
Bro, top of WWE's women's rosters, like it's straight like legacy makers, you know. You got Becky, Charlotte, Sasha, Bayley.
I'm talking about like the
Bianca
in the ring though. I mean, just like I'm not high on Becky's wrestling at all. I like Charlotte a lot. I like Bianca a lot. I'm not high on Becky's wrestling at all. She was barely above passable as the man, and she's better now. But I think she's finally gotten good now. But she's not what people try to make her appear as, in my opinion.
Interesting.
I like Charlotte a lot. She needs to stop doing Andrade spots because she cannot do them well.
But Charlotte just needs to wrestle, bro.
I was gonna say she just needs to get in a ring.
Yeah. She's MIA. They've been reporting that she's healthy and shit too. And she's just not around. So I don't know what's going on. WrestlePurists Plus is reporting that Charlotte Flair and Vince McMahon did not like each other, bro. They did not like each other at all. So that's kind of why she wasn't around when Vince was around. But Vince is not here anymore. So I'm not really sure why Charlotte's not around right now.
Manning exclusive. She doesn't like Triple H either.
Is that true?
No.
I'm about to say, if that's true, then what is Andrade doing?
Yo.
Like, what is Andrade cooking if Charlotte doesn't like Triple H?
Is there anything on Full Gear that we haven't already mentioned? Just so I don't get crucified after this. I feel like we've talked about the main things that we would want to talk about anyway. No one's mentioned anything in the chat either, so that usually means we were in the clear. Let's do these plugs and get out of here then. So tomorrow, obviously, as always, 6 p.m. EST, Purists with AO, EVPAO, Chris, Rob. Saturday, we are planning to do a Full Gear post show. Manny may be doing a watch along if we can work out the logistics. Sunday, WrestlePurists Divas with Charlie, who you see on the screen right now, Isra, and the rest of the girls. And what else is there? Yeah, I think that's all the plugs really. WrestlePurists, WrestlePurists.com, all that good stuff. Charlie, you got anything to plug real quick?
Not really. I was going to say follow me on Twitter, but that might be short-lived, so...
Hopefully it's fine, man. We've built such a platform on Twitter. I'd be so sad if it just all went away. But it's going to be okay.
It's just nasty right now, man. I looked at Twitter. I was scrolling through Twitter, and I just see a whole bunch of Instagram profiles pop up. And I'm just like,
everybody's just posting on Instagram. I'm not posting on Instagram publicly, bro. If you want, DM me. If you want to follow me on Instagram, work something out. But there's so many fucking freaks, bro. I don't need y'all searching my friends list and finding my sister and shit. You fucking freaks. But,
I also see people saying the Discords too and all that. I'm like, man, there's only so many Discords people can join, you know.
Bro, nothing's the thing is, there's nothing like Twitter, if that makes sense. No. So, like, the closest thing to Twitter is actually Facebook, and our generation isn't going to Facebook, bro. It's not
absolutely not.
Like in New York City, Monty, we just had this conversation, but I don't think Monty was. It was not Monty. Like in New York City, right? Kids, like people my age and younger, like people like 20 years old will still be on Facebook and be on Facebook all day and shit. But it's not like that in other cities and shit. Like people do not use Facebook anywhere else.
Yeah, I know, bro.
It's just nasty out there, man. I'm like, how am I gonna get my news? I don't watch the news. I don't get notifications. I turn that shit off on my phone. How am I gonna know what's happening in the world?
Jordan Patu said, y'all know where to find me in racial chat room showing feet. Fucking Doja Patu cat.
Crazy. Yo, Ayo, you got anything you want to plug real quick?
Yeah, man. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming. The Twitch is still coming. We're gonna be the first ones playing AEW Fight Forever on there. My personal Twitch and the WrestlePurists Twitch, they're both coming. We're gonna make a Discord. It's more pertinent now more than ever that we make a Discord. It's coming. Purists tomorrow. Big AO addresses his enemies. Tap in. We're gonna do besides other games we usually play, we're gonna have a Full Gear pre-show where we're gonna guess the winners live on air, and the loser has to sing Judas in full next week. So tap into that. It's gonna be mad fun. That's it, bro. Follow me on Twitter.
Manny.
I've been writing all day because I decided that I'm gonna have the Hoopers game log where I'm just gonna write every match. Like I decided there's gonna be short reviews for each match that I watch, but then I ended up popping myself at every match that I chose to write about, and they ended up being long. And so I don't know how that's gonna be.
I know that one.
And then I'm also gonna be doing a weekly best match of the week, which kind of sounds like the same thing I'm doing with my game log. So I don't know how it's gonna go. I think my game log is just gonna be old matches, and my best weekly match is just gonna be whatever happened during the week. Just been writing a lot.
Yeah, more reviews.
Yeah, and then I might start a show where I just talk for like a long time about whatever. I'll figure it out. And that's about it.
A lot of stuff in the pipeline.
Gets his shit off.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'll tell story time with Manny. Talk about basketball. We'll talk about the Nets.
Pop.
We'll talk about football. Like right now, this tight in the game. It's pretty good.
I've been watching, and I did bet money on it, but so far so good. My bet's looking good.
Praying.
Aaron Rodgers is washed.
Aaron Rodgers is finished, son. He's done.
Yeah. Should have stayed away from that DMT.
Jesus. Jesus.
Let's wrap it up.
yeah, man. A lot of stuff going on at WrestlePurists. Like if you haven't already, as we've already told you many times. Subscribe if you've watched this and you're not subscribed. What are you doing? We appreciate all the super chats as usual, especially Far5222, who's been going crazy today.
So much. You went crazy
and we appreciate all of you. But until next time, peace out.